where tonight nothing bad will happen.
Absolutely not. Never. Seph never plans anything nefarious.
Yeah, and as he sits there with that little widening, grinchy grin. Sephi, would you like to tell us a story?
Okay, 1 second, because my connection to Roll20 decided to blip out.
Sounds like
It's trying to protect us from this evil.
Oh, bless you, Roll20.
Last week, the party made a...
Uh-oh.
He's
Looks like
still
we
up.
made our-
Seph to DM Eva.
We made our way to the rest of the remaining shrines, and well,
Hey, mate.
Yes, we can.
partially.
Yep.
I mean, if you need to, I can fill in a bit in terms of backstory. I've been here after all.
If you'd like.
Well, as I had started to tell the story, we had finished our tasks, ran into our old friend, Professor Krathe.
Oh, very old, yes, yes.
Well, old enough that Storm was a little bit confused who the hell that is.
Yes.
Well, we managed to visit the last temple. Ran into a green dragon who was pissed about her no good ex-husband. Made our way to, well, the goal of our expedition, the main shrine, where we are standing in front of the old Grand Wizard right now. The one who survived the transport of Chalza away from Chult. Oh, and Professor Krathe didn't like Emerald, as she is called now, but those of us who know her from the Curse of Strahd games know her as Esmerelle. He wasn't the greatest fan, and
Well, no, she's the offspring of flipping Shah.
yeah, but he has his mind changed at least a little bit after talking to the
We'll see how
mistress.
that lasts. We'll
As
see.
I said, just a little bit.
Hmm.
But yes, we are standing in the morning in the main temple, church, place, whatever, of the main attraction of Chalza, outside of Chalza City.
We're on the road to Chalza City.
No, we're not on the road to Chalza City. That is where we're going as soon as we've put the mind back into this poor young lady.
That is fair.
Who needs a mind? Sounds overrated.
Well, without your mind, you wouldn't be Anarchy.
No, that's me as a person speaking.
I as someone who's worked with you for over a year, I believe you.
Oh, and the wizard that remained, well, he's a lich. Yeah.
Ah.
Almost forgot to tell this most important detail.
Oh, and Asmodeus hijacked the third shrine.
Yeah, sounded a little bit like a parental discussion. Almost. It sounded like a divorce happening right in front of us.
Oh, Dennis, say hi to Sarah. Sarah's here.
Hello, Sarah.
Hi, Dennis!
Yo. Hope all's doing well.
I am. Very much so.
Yeah, she's
Oh, and one final detail. The mistress, Miss Missy, has been outed to everyone because the temple has no transformation spell, no hiding, no nothing.
Maybe that's why
Effect
she was
on
so
it.
chill about showing.
And her true form has been exposed, and well, she looks like a changeling.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why she was so chill about showing the professor. She was like, it's gonna happen anyways, you know?
Yeah.
Probably.
I will say this, I had to ask Seph to be very clear about whether or not this was like a magical thing that forced you into your true form, or whether it just negated certain magical effects. Not that that distinction means anything to this elderly old man who's been with you, and, you know, that's not going to come up at all.
Yeah, sure. I remember talking about this at work, Dennis.
Yes, I know.
I forget many things, and I'm surprised this held on.
Do we have a... Seph is not in
Not in chat anymore.
Is he?
I think he had to go and restart his router.
Yeah, poor devil.
Oh,
I see
Well,
him.
look, we're gonna have to play without a DM, and it's gonna be pure chaos.
I actually have a role-playing system that would allow for that.
Anarchy wins.
Literally.
It would be pure anarchy, yes.
I will say this as well. The whole thing with, you know, the mistress referring to Anarchy as her daughter, I was like, oh my gosh, yes.
Yes, right? I was so happy.
is back with us, Seph?
Yeah, hopefully.
Greetings, O Great
Right.
One.
You show for a correct death. This pleases me.
Okay.
So I thought you were talking in character.
Oh, fine. No.
Nope.
Yeah, me too.
Well, we weren't
We
talking
were
in
supposed to
character.
do the DM.
We had been
So you have to
basically
bear
just
me.
doing the recap.
Mhm.
Before we get started, I would like to say that I didn't get to say it last time because we stopped beforehand, but Anarchy, dripping wet, wipes their hand off on one of the people standing around them to dry it, and then holds Miss Missy's hand.
Aww.
Radamanthus is just looking around the party at this point. I take it, Elora, that you would not bring these people to see your true form if you did not have reason. Mistress kind of just looks to the group and goes, basically gives you an indication to go ahead.
Krathe is going to look around the group, and he's basically going to default over to Jeremiah, since as far as Krathe is concerned, Jeremiah is kind of the leader at this point.
Well, we have come here to restore the mind of a young woman. And we were told that you were able to aid in this.
I see. And how do you think I would be able to restore somebody's mind?
Her mind has been transferred into a doll, and I think someone who is capable of deeds of your level of power, for someone like you, it would be reasonable to assume that it is within your abilities. Wait, what? Sorry. The player got a little bit confused. Yeah, because Sidebar suddenly decided to have a chat.
Okay.
I love how like smooth this game is going.
Yes.
Yeah, it's starting to go on.
Confusing thing.
As I was saying, I think it would be reasonable to assume that you are able to aid her in her quest to return to herself.
The Lich Radamanthus kind of strokes his chin for a moment. I see. You have this girl with you?
Good
Jeremiah,
question, Seph.
Jeremiah defers to the mistress.
Of course, she's waiting outside. Then bring her in, Elora. My time is infinite, but short.
Krathe actually scratches his head at that one.
Storm looks to Squish to see how she's processing this, like, contradictory statement.
Squish is just kind of blinking and staying back. She just does not like this at all.
Out of
Behind...
curiosity,
Yep.
while this is going on, while this conversation is going on, Krathe is going to be giving this guy, a once-over through the eyes of his little raven familiar. Is there anything from his study of, ancient Schult and everything? What would Krathe know about this kind of guy? I mean, Liches and the undead are not exactly his area of expertise, but what would I be able to pick up about this dude? Because Krathe does not like him.
Okay, roll a history check.
Absolutely.
Oh,
The answer
damn.
Okay,
The answer is
You-
he's a massive douche nozzle.
you know enough from your study of the Abomination to know that Radamanthus was one of her most loyal supporters. He became a Lich not long before her sealing away, but he has refused steadfast to become a demi-Lich at this point. He says having his mortal form still exist outweighs the benefits of basically the powers he would have if he ascended.
Okay. Kind of stuck in the past kind of dude. Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, I'm still
We're
here. I'm still here. Yeah, can people still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, because I'm going to second guess myself because of his cocking internet in a minute. But yeah. The mistress kind of gently indicates for Anarchy to stand aside. Basically, everyone to let Elizabeth enter the room.
All right.
So she kind of.
Whoosh.
I love that character token, by the way.
Which one for the mistress?
Beth.
You watch as Elizabeth slowly walks forward and stands in front of Radamanthus. The Lich kind of strokes his chin as he examines her. And you notice his expression changes. He just glares at Jeremiah.
Ooh.
What did you do?
Kind of want to insight check that, if I may.
Can I insight that
Okay.
too?
Yep.
I think Jeremiah would incite. Never mind, I guess.
You just chill, go. You can tell he's annoyed that Jeremiah did not give him the correct information.
Oh.
This girl is missing her soul. I can do nothing to affect her. Her mind is unaffected.
Oh, I apologize for me not being clear and concise, and unfortunately wasting your time. Her soul is trapped in the doll that she is holding.
Precisely. I believe I can draw the soul from the doll. But I suspect something else is at play. Tell me, how did the girl come to be in this situation?
She came to be in this situation as a mad toy maker. Took the equipment that her fiancé had developed and used it to create mindless abominations and, as you see, trap her soul in her doll.
You watch as he places a hand over the doll. This is not good. There is more than one presence here.
Jeremiah just looks confused.
I'm guessing it's not a friendly presence.
It is a fiend.
Yeah, that's very not
Yes.
friendly.
Tell me, has the girl encountered any fiend?
Good question. Storm turns to the party.
Player doesn't remember.
Not that I am aware, but maybe someone else
I
still
think
remembers.
I think I wasn't there that day. I have no idea.
Well, Asmodeus he came afterwards. Oh! Toymaker asshole stole something from Asmodeus.
Oh.
He never
It
told us
is.
what he stole.
It might have been that something that is owned by the Lord of the Seven Hells has touched her soul. It seems the Tinkerer had stolen something from Asmodeus himself.
I see. That would explain the fiendish element.
Isn't she also technically a vampire?
No.
Nope.
No? Okay.
No, that's a different lord on the same island.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The nice vampire whom Jeremiah and Holly visited on his daughter's death day.
I was there too. Did he show her the dance that I did for her birthday?
He had someone perform it, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so a fiendish presence haunts young Elizabeth. Can we expel it?
It cut out for me after the word "it."
It's. Sephy! Oh no, poor
Technology
To
is just
Dungeon
the worst
Master.
tonight.
To Dungeon Master. Please respond, Dungeon Master.
Testing.
You're back.
Yay, we hear you. We hear you.
No,
Hey!
Dr. Fine, Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine.
it will require some, shall we say, less material involvement.
I'm sorry, I'm a little new to all this. Could you be a little more specific? Because I haven't a damn clue what's going on.
Welcome to the club, Professor.
You wish to exorcise this demon, correct?
Mm-hmm. That's why we're
Well,
here.
I don't know about giving it exercise. I think we want to get rid of it.
Professor.
Radamanthus is just giving you a death glare.
I want to inside the professor to see if he was like just playing dumb then.
Anarchy's just tuned out,
He is.
swinging,
Yeah.
holding like Miss Missy's,
Let me
air
put it to you
drying.
this way. Let me put it to you this way. In the brief time you've seen Krathe, on occasion, he will turn and he will be... His face, he's going to be facing you directly when talking to you. But whenever he first meets people, he does that whole 25 degrees looking in the wrong direction, like, oh, I'm a blind person.
Yeah.
And you know about the bird and everything. He is fucking with this guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you wish to assist this girl, then I will provide the means.
All right then, what do we do?
You watch as he moves his staff in a circular motion. His eyes start to glow brighter. I would like everyone to make me Constitution saving rolls, please.
Even Squish, who's like miles away.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh
Squish is
no!
got as well, as is Midnight.
Come on, Bolt. You do better. Oh no!
Holy shit, Squish!
Oh,
Let me just get the con save for
let's hope
Midi.
midnight does good. Okay.
Professor, please roll me a D100.
It would be my greatest of pleasure. That's an 86.
You all begin to feel yourselves growing faint.
Uh-oh.
All of us,
Your
even
body
me
is
with
getting
21?
light. Y-
Well, we're
I,
growing faint. It's not necessarily that we all faint.
Oh, okay.
We just feel
Dude.
woozy.
Give me chance.
Let
Well,
the DM speak!
Ardeth.
Let him speak. Let him speak, I proclaim, as it goes dead silent.
Yep.
I keep forgetting how to do that whole, your name does this.
Forward
/
slash E.
me.
Yeah.
Wait, say it again slowly, one of you.
/ME.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's...
There we go. Oh, we hear that. We hear you. We hear you.
We hear exasperated sighing and swearing.
Yeah, I might have to do a full reconnect, I think.
Not a problem.
That's what it takes.
There you go, Lizzie. You got it.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'll be back as soon as I can. Ready to continue?
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, what happened to us all? Are we all dead?
Professor Carr, Dennis, I'd like you to roll me 1d4, please.
A D4. Okay, I'm rolling all the dice today. I'm down for this. 3.
I'm so ready
The
to watch
rest of you
die.
feel your mind, your consciousness starting to fade. Professor, as this happens, you fall and take 3 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As the world turns dark, you all see something starting to appear in front of you.
Mother?
As
Oh!
you look
A
around,
satanic ritual.
you find yourselves within this place. Stood on an altar in front of you is Elizabeth, and in front of her, a large, barely dressed woman wearing what can only be described as chains.
Oh, great. Who invited the succubus?
Sammy?
Succubus! How dare you lump me in with such filth?
Well, you're dressed in the familiar style to one of those, but
Now, one shouldn't kink shame.
The
you
woman
can't even see what she's wearing from down there.
Stop.
Yeah, you're unconscious.
Oh,
No, you're not unconscious. You are awake in this place.
I was
Oh,
gonna
I
say,
thought Karth
some
passed out, but okay.
things- If Karth was unconscious, things would be very bad for him.
Hmm.
Are you okay over there?
Who are you? What's going on?
I'm Anarchy. And we're here to help. And I strike a pose, like a Peter Pan pose.
Anarchy, I don't think this is a good time.
Karth casts minor illusion behind Anarchy, and basically there's like this lens flare effect going around her as she strikes the pose.
Yes! Oh my gosh, I have wingman. Awesome. Not for
This
for
woman just kind of tilts her head in confusion. Am I to take it you're here to try to save this soul?
Yes. Also, who are you? Do you also need help?
I am Akasha.
Just on tight.
Anarchy, I think that's the bad guy.
Yes,
All bad guys
the
can be good guys if you're nice enough.
Everyone to
toy maker was interested in aid against the Lord. The hell. I decided to and keep the girl.
You're cutting out Sephi really badly, I'm sorry. And he's gone again. Wow, his internet hates him. So,
we kind of over.
technical issues have been resolved. Sephi, would you like to try your villain's monologue again?
Yep.
Okay,
You
here we go.
didn't think that Elzevir wouldn't have a backup in case you tried to remove the soul from the doll. If you had tried your little soul siphon attempt, I would have possessed the girl's body.
Well,
No, I suppose it's a good thing we didn't try that then.
So you don't need help.
I think the only thing this creature needs help with is dying, my dear.
Well, good
well,
The only ones needing help are you. And I would like everyone, and before I do anything, I'm making sure it's blank. Please roll initiative.
Huzzah!
Indeed, blank.
Well, sorry, just like you're gonna need help, but not for what like for you.
Mhm.
It reminded me of that one meme that's just like call an ambulance, and then the old man pulls out a gun, but not
Not
for
for
me.
she will be calling for. She will be calling for the ambulance.
Okay, has everyone rolled initiative?
I'm
Yep.
just getting midnight because I've
definitely.
lost his character sheet. That's a sticky note.
You're
There we are.
sticky note.
Okay. I shall put this
Ricky,
into
how did
order.
you know?
And we shall quickly change music.
Yay!
Oh yeah, this music. I just turned it all the way down. Oh, how do I turn that back on? Oh wait, there's.
I am.
There
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
in your settings. I'm very curious to see how we're going to be able to balance the music for the Halloween game, because I'm using Sirenscape, so none of the music is coming through Roll20. It's all going to be coming through this separate app.
Well,
I
you
can,
can set the volume down.
I can manage it through my desktop audio, so I'll be able to do it independently of you.
Excellent, excellent.
The
mean-
volume control, that is.
I mean, if you, Nicola, if you route the app actually through a browser window on OBS, it would actually show up as a separate audio input, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I have separate audio tracks. I have my my microphone, the desktop audio, and the Discord. They're all separate audio tracks. I can control those independently. Anyway, so
Yep.
best bird goes
Bolt.
first.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, you're up first.
Straightforward, using 40 feet of that flight movement, and Bolt's gonna slash and gash at the flayer's eyes with his talons of tearing.
Okay, just give me 1 second, please.
You say talons of Terran as if it's a magical item.
It is.
Yeah, that's
Bolt's
a
considered
12.
magical.
I'm afraid that 12 does not hit.
Boo. That is a crying shame. Oh, that'd be Bolt's turn then.
Bolt lashes at this creature. Her appearance changes and shimmers, and you hear a familiar voice go, "Boy, what the hell are you doing?"
Oh my god, no. Oh no! Oh, Seph, you bastard!
She's using your weaknesses against you.
Okay, do I have to roll anything now, or...?
I would say, give me 1 second, because I want to just double check on this.
Oh.
Wisdom save, I'm guessing?
Yeah, DC 14 Wisdom save.
Yippee. Oh, meat!
Easy beats it. Yep. If anything, you're angry now.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that'd be Bolt's turn.
Yeah, that's Bolt's turn now.
And now it's Storm's.
Yep.
Right. Don't you dare make a mockery out of such a good man! And Storm is definitely gonna Hunter's Mark this fucking thing, because now this is personal. And I could definitely take a shot from here. Yeah?
Yep.
Actually, would he do that? He's kind of pissed. Fuck it, no, this is very personal. But Storm is gonna use his where is that fucking thing? His feline agility to double his movement, which gives him just enough to reach this fucking pretender, who he's gonna square off against. Draw his short swords out, and just go to town.
Okay.
Does this count as flanking?
I'll tell you what. If you still have the movement left, I'll let you move into position.
Thank you. I'm always a bit like, that's flanking, correct?
Yeah.
Cool. Yay, advantage.
Okay. That hits. Roll it.
Doesn't count as a humanoid though, because it's still a mind flayer. Just asking.
I don't think it's a mind flayer. I'm pretty sure it's probably a chain demon.
Well, either way, it's not a humanoid. Yeah?
But yeah, like I say, roll your damage.
Okay. So that is
7.
7 and a d6 from Hunter's Mark. 6!
Give me just 1 second, please. So,
Whenever you're ready.
sorry, 1 second.
No worries. Just let me know.
7, 6, 13. Okay. You can attack again if you want.
Yep, because Storm is a 2-weapon fighter.
Okay.
You attack again without penalties! Nat 20!
Yep, nat 20. You are so pissed off at this creature defiling Barrelborn's image.
Mm-hmm.
that,
That's a
yeah,
9. Plus another d6. Okay. Not
so that's
bad.
13, another 13 damage.
Yeah!
Is there anything else you wish to do?
Take that, pretender! And that'll be the end of his turn.
Okay, Ardeth is going to very quickly do a quick check to see if she's familiar with this. So that'll be an Arcana check. She just goes, I suspect it's the fiend the Lich was mentioning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's going to activate her signature spell. So that 1 second. 1d8 that. No, that's not supposed to be there. So it's 1d8 for the spikes. 6. And she just sends. Just gonna roll a strange spell for her. Is that rolled? I think it's rolled. Come on, D20, stop being annoying. I'm just gonna. Oh, right. Sorry, one second. Just gonna cast it at level 2.
Oh yeah, it's the pop-ups there that it's easy to miss them
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah.
So, yeah, let's cast it spell level 2. And she's gonna send all 6 shards at the creature. So that's 6d4. Followed by another 6d4 for 30 damage. You just watch as the 6 icicles just slam straight into the creature's side.
Nice shot.
Hmm.
And that's all Ardeth will do. Next up, Samael.
Alright. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is this a pillar here?
No, that's just debris on the floor.
Just debris on the floor? Okay. So make sure. Alright. 25 there. And. Let's see, I know what. Oh, fuck you. Okay. Going to first summon my spiritual weapon right there. Axe as
Okay.
always.
1 second, just need to grab it for you. Right, where you want to? I'll just pop it in and then let you put it where you want to. So 1 second. There we go. Okay, just move how you want it to.
Alright, there, and I'm assuming 10 doesn't hit.
10 does not hit.
Okay. So then, whip out light crossbow.
That hits.
Bless you.
Everyone says bless you.
5 piercing right in the
Piercing
chest.
damage. Okay. The crossbow thuds into Barrowborn's chest. Next, is that all you would like to do? Anything else, Icy?
Hang on. Attack roll against a creature if at least one of your allies was within 5. Oh! Actually, I forgot I had this. So can I get that 25 on the spiritual weapon?
Yes, you may. Roll damage, please.
Oh,
18. The axe whirls round and slams into Barrowborn's side.
And that's it.
Okay, next up, Jeremiah.
Don't make a mockery out of my friends.
Oh.
That's a rage. Against the machine? No, against whatever the fuck this is.
Okay.
just... Yeah, that'll do.
Okay.
Going here, and then the Mastex will have a go at this mockery. 23
That
hits, I
hits.
presume?
Yep, that hits.
That'll be 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay.
Second, same song as the first, unless that thing is poofing out of existence or falling to the ground. The 14 probably barely misses.
It misses, I'm afraid.
The fact that we have done so much damage to this thing and it appears to be still standing with a smirk on its face makes me rather concerned about what damage it's got to do on its turn now.
Aside from emotional.
It only knows vicious mockery.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Okay. Turn my
Well,
mic up to
I've
do
lost
something, and then
the-
turn it back down, and it didn't turn on.
Okay.
But
Next
yeah,
up.
that's it.
Is the creature. Balborn's form vanishes to be replaced with the creature. It grins. And you
Oh,
watch
That
as the
off your
chains
face.
on its body start to move.
Don't like this. Don't like this.
And it makes its attacks. Does that hit you, Storm?
That fucking smug tone.
Yeah, I can hear it. Uh, so do I have to make a check to be grappled, or am I just grappled now?
A DC 14?
Yeah, you have to make a 14 strength check.
Okay, dokie. Oh wait,
Yeah.
a strength check, not a strength save.
Yeah, strength check, not strength.
My
I think I'll
bad.
take the save. I'll take the save, actually.
You sure that is a +3?
Yeah, I'll let you have that.
You're nice. It's the rage!
Tries to lash its chain around your throat, but it simply succeeds in lashing you across the chest for 5 points of damage.
Okay.
The creature then stares at Jeremiah and smirks even wider.
Oh boy.
Did.
Does 15 hit?
15 does hit. Sorry, 15 does hit, yes.
Okay. And if you
It's
can make
really-
me a 14 strength save, please.
Okay. First, let me just remove the 11. And you mean a strength save?
Yeah,
or a
strength save.
a strength
Save.
save.
Yeah. Again, it can't loop its chain around your throat. It still drags the sharpened loops.
Oh.
Hello, you've gone very quiet all of a sudden.
Yes, because the cocking headset decided to bark out again.
Oh, fucking hell.
Well,
Yes. The sharpened
that's...
loops slice along your chest, doing 11 slashing damage.
Hang on. It's slashing damage and I'm raging.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
In that case, you take 6 slashing damage.
What? Can't manage to hurt people? Jeremiah has the same wicked grin as the creature on his face. He's not playing.
She smiles as another chain arcs towards you.
Alright. 21 hits, obviously.
That'll be 4 slashing damage. And you've actually piqued her interest.
She's into the big bearded guys.
Well,
So you take another 8 slashing damage.
you mean another 5 from this second one?
Yeah, another 5
The
from the
third
second
one. Alright, and I presume I still have to make my strength save
Yes, you do.
twice.
How many attacks does this thing have?
Okay, I'm grappled, and
Yep.
yeah, okay.
You feel the two chains lash around your chest, holding you in place as the demon smirks. Such an interesting sense of bravado you have, mortal. I'll enjoy sundering your soul. Next up,
Just be glad I don't know what you mean by that.
next up is Squish.
Okay. Little Squishy is gonna.
Don't put yourself in danger.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You
35.
say that, but we're all
40.
stupid.
Also, I'm probably the best one to dodge his attacks because I am a nimble little bitch. Okay, first off. Poke.
That hits.
Bonus attack, flurry of bows.
Yep. The second one misses. Third one hits.
Okay. I would like him to. Where is it?
Huh.
Make him fall prone. So dexterity saving throw 13.
Okay, so the dex for her. Yep, she's
Damn, she
on her
survives.
feet.
Okay, and I
You
have one
watch-
more attack left.
Okay.
Did that come through? There it is.
I'm afraid that does not hit.
Okay.
You watch as her form shimmers again. Oh! Squish, what the hell are you doing? And I
wisdom
would
save?
like you to make me a wisdom save, please.
Oh no. Oh
You?
god.
Yeah. Squish, you just watch as Yu's eyes narrow and glow with hellfire. You are now absolutely terrified of whatever this thing is.
Oh god, she's gonna stick me in the log again!
No, just you have to indicate that you're frightened.
Alright.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, there's nothing I can do now that I'm frightened.
Okay. Next up
Actually,
is-
you know what? How about I do this instead? I just no to that nat 20. To that natural one.
Okay. Okay, we'll
Alright.
accept.
Haha!
Alright, you are not frightened. Next up, Anarchy.
Excuse you. But it's short bow time. It's short bow time.
Just imagine Anarchy was playing cars in the background, is just like
Right.
smashing two model cars together.
So that's
Not short, but
18,
and borrow time.
14, 22. It's 22
Right.
damage.
And I just shout, "Bad! No!"
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I guess I'll enter stealth mode.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check. Yeah.
Have I
you're able-
failed any of my stealth things yet? This is amazing.
Never. Never, as far as I know, never.
It's kind of hard to fail with a +10 modifier.
Mm. Next up, Midnight.
Alrighty then. Miri is gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's not gonna acid breath because he'll hit his mama and Storm. So he's just gonna go bite
That misses.
and claw.
That hits. For 1 slashing damage.
Oh,
Better
Miri.
than nothing.
true.
I would say he's put off a little bit by the fact that his auntie is currently evil.
Oh,
Next up,
baby.
Calf.
Okay, yeah. Who? Now here's the question. Considering Jeremiah's a barbarian and everything, I don't think he really needs the buff. But the new guy, the Tabaxi.
Wait, can I just say that Midi technically should have had advantage?
Yep,
thank
that's
you.
the point.
So we'll say that was the claw attack, so can I try the bite again?
Gonna say it's rolled a 10 and a 7 on that bite.
So 10 was the advantage.
Alright, sorry. Alright, my bad. I forgot to roll 2 numbers because I'm an idiot. Never mind.
Okay, press
Ignore
Calf.
me.
Yes. Okay. So let me try and bring it back up because I just dropped it. The question that I have for the DM, considering our Tabaxi friend and everything, and the stuff that he's doing with his sword, do I think that is something based on strength?
I would say you would believe so, yes.
Okay then, in that case, rather than burn a spell, I am going to point in his direction, and I am going to make him feel a little heavier.
Wow.
So basically, he's going to be slowed a little bit, as in he can move, let's see. His speed decreases by 10 feet. However, you now have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Okay, this is
Yeah.
interesting.
And let's see, that's going to be 5, that's going to be 10, that's going to be 15, 20, 25, 30. And that's me for now.
Okay, next up is Bolt.
Well, Bolt's going to do what Bolt does best. And claw out the eyes of this mockery.
Mm.
Yeah,
That
Bolt!
hits.
Fuck yeah, Bolt.
10 slash damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I believe that's the size of what Bolt can do.
Okay, next up, it's Storm's turn.
Storm, who now feels a bigger and beefier and heavier and slower. Okay. So strength checks, that includes like attacks rolls, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Storm's using like his short swords with finesse though, so that's a dex. But he gets advantage anyway. So I'm not sure what this is gonna do.
It's basically to defend you against the chain attacks. of being
Gotcha.
grappled.
Okay, that makes sense. Fair enough. Okay. Thanks for clarifying your grand scheme. It's a brilliant plan. Alright. Then yeah, Bolt's just gonna say, hey, don't forget about me, you cantankerous cephalopod! And he's gonna go slashy again. I presume a 19
Okay,
hits.
that hits.
Okay, so that's 6 plus
Okay.
another 6. Okay, and a second attack, unless you need to wait for a moment.
No, roll it.
Okay, just making sure. Oh, okay. Good thing you had advantage. Whew.
Mm.
Yep.
But I'm
Damage,
guessing that
I'm
missed.
afraid. But yeah.
Better than missed than that one. Whew.
Oh god, yeah.
And because I remembered this time, I would like Bolt to use his reaction
Okay.
to make a melee attack. Come on,
Go
Bolt,
for
pick
it.
up the slack. Wait, clicked it, nothing came back. There it is.
That hits.
Yay, Bolt!
10 slashing damage. Excellent.
Mm-hmm. And that will end my turn.
Next up is Ardeth. She's going to very quickly make a quick assessment of the situation.
Don't worry about me.
And with a quick... Just 1 second.
Waste my money.
Ardeth is going to run to here, places a hand on a creature, And we'll cast Bestow Curse.
Hmm.
Fuck them up, Ardeth.
Basically, she decides to give the curse of the wisdom saving throw that'll cost it its action. So it just needs to do a wisdom save. The demon. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Next up, Samael.
Alright. Okay. And up over here. And swing my spiritual axe first.
Okay. Roll that damage.
9 force
Nine
damage.
damage.
And then take aim! Fire!
How do you want to do this?
Well, after swinging his spiritual axe, Samael pulls up his light crossbow, takes aim skillfully, and aims right at the creature's heart.
The bolt flies, smacks straight through a loop of chain over the creature's chest, piercing straight into its heart. It shrieks
Give
and
our
roars.
regard to Asmodeus.
I do not serve that fool!
Well, you will go back to where he reigns.
You listen as it curses in abyssal and fades to nothing.
Good riddance.
Oh,
As the demon vanishes, the world starts to shimmer and shift, and you find yourselves back in the shrine. Calf, you're on the floor.
It was all a dream.
not really. Because the hurt's still all there.
Samael's going to take a quick opportunity and quickly cast.
Don't. We don't need that right now, I think.
I cast healing word, but okay.
It wouldn't be necessary, Samael. Indeed. Now, since you have eliminated the fiend in question, I can proceed with the soul scythe. You watch as Radamanthus gently places his hand on Elizabeth's back. He concentrates. You watch as his brow furrows further. His body shakes. He continues to struggle, drawing up as much of his power as possible. Eventually, you see him fall back against his throne, and you watch as the doll drops to the floor. Where am I?
Welcome back, Lady Elizabeth.
Thank you, but who are you all?
Well, that's a lot of introductions to be made. Long and short of it is, I'm Storm upon the Sea. I work with your father. I'm an inspector for the Admiralty, and he sent us on a journey to save you.
The last thing I remember was being with Victor at his home, and some strange creature attacked us.
Yes, I believe these are matters that the rest of my companions are more privy to, so maybe they can help you fill in the blanks. Jeremiah?
It appears that your fiance's brother had decided to return home, and he put your soul into the doll using one of your fiance's inventions.
Oh, I see. But where am I?
You're
That would be
currently
Chalza.
Mm-hmm.
I've read about this place, but I've never. Oh my god! She just turns around and just sees the mistress and Radamanthus stood there, and starts cautiously edging back towards the entranceway.
Easy, my lady, easy.
Don't worry about them, my lady. They have been crucial in restoring you to your proper self.
Plus, to be fair, this is basically their home, so they are our most gracious hosts. After's a little, elaborate bow to the mistress and the lich.
Thank you, Professor. Yes, well, if there is anything else I can aid you with.
I don't suppose you'd be interested in swapping some information if you've got the. I mean, technically, you have eternity. I'm sure you have plenty of
Professor, while he
tips and
has a lot,
suggestions.
Professor, while he has a lot of time in his existence, I do not think we should test his patience any more than necessary.
That's why I'm trying to be really polite and to the point.
But, Professor, roll me a persuasion check.
Sure, yeah. Why not? Boop.
Music is remind.
Perception.
Oh, yeah, that's appropriate. Persuasion.
It explains he can't see shit.
Yeah.
With his regular
Oh, blind
eyes.
duty. Yeah, that's about fair. Never mind.
He strokes his chin, and you actually notice a smile creeping onto his face. Elora, take the rest of them back to your apartment. I will speak with this wizard alone.
I don't
Oh,
like the
shit.
fact that he obviously didn't do well, but he still wants to talk to you.
Oh shit! I don't know that.
Well,
I'm
maybe he
very
just
persuasive.
rolled. Maybe he just rolled very, very low.
Mm. But before we go, I look up to the guy and I go, "How old are you?"
I am as old as your dear mother. Perhaps a few years old.
That's old.
You've
And I
chosen
smile and nod like I pointed out some great mystery.
You chose well, Elora. She is very reminiscent of you.
I hope I can be just like her.
I hope you will prove wiser, child. But yes, you all may leave. Thank you, Lady Memphis. We shall see you later.
Yeah, Garth just bows in the mistress's direction as she goes past.
The mistress nods. As she steps out of the room, her usual form returns.
That reminds me, I meant to make a nature check to see if I know what changelings are.
Okay.
20's pretty good.
Yeah, you've heard the stories of changelings. These creatures that are able to manipulate their appearance at will, but you never actually thought you would ever see one.
So, a changeling, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. Surprised to meet one, but after gods and dragons, yeah, she's kind of tame.
Roll me an insight check. Yeah, you can tell the mistress is not impressed.
Can I roll? Can I tell that she's not impressed?
Yes.
I actually look at him and like do a little hissing growl.
To be honest, he had a limited view of the world. It was
I will
fairly well
tend
sheltered.
you all when we get back to the apartment. I trust, dear Miss Elizabeth, you are feeling hungry? Yes, quite. Very good. We shall arrange a feast. Do not take too long, Professor.
No, not at all. I'll be as quick as I can.
Okay. If everyone would like to shift out of the room. Move Sammy. So, Professor, what do you wish to ask of me?
Well, I mean, you have skill and experience far beyond any other entity I've ever come across, and I'm always willing to learn new things, and I was just wondering if there was we could do a trade. I don't know if you're familiar with the theory of entropy and gravity manipulation, sort of something I've stumbled across. Not many people know about it, and I thought maybe a trade.
And what would you desire in exchange for this interesting new form of magic?
I'm curious about the extension of existence. Both you and the mistress have achieved something, but you've gone around it in different ways. I'm curious about the prolonging of existence. Or perhaps, actually, I would scratch that. I'm curious about the transformation of form from one race to another.
I believe the source of your gravitic power may help you in this.
Really? Would you care to elaborate on that?
One who burns brightly. Molds one close to him to grant form once lost.
Does that make any kind of sense to Krathe?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Sure, because I'm smart.
Okay.
Intelligence. Oh, right, I actually pushed the intelligence thing. Oh my gosh, I've only been doing this for over a year. Come on. Yeah.
You know exactly who he's talking about. The scruffy looking wizard you saw whenever you looked through the veil to Exandria.
Right. Okay. Interesting. I don't suppose you've got any suggestions on arranging a conversation?
With whom?
Nothing. It's something I can work on myself. I appreciate your time, as precious as it is. Is there any service I can provide you in exchange? I'm a big believer in everybody getting a fair deal.
Yes, I believe there are illithids operating out of the island to the east.
The mention of illithids, Carl's does face, he basically becomes immobile. Yeah.
I wish for you to exterminate them.
Oh, yeah, oh, no problem there. Oh, that would be a pleasure.
They are a threat to this region.
Right. Where exactly are those again?
The island to the east where the pirates hold court.
Island to the east, pirates, kill all the illithids. That is going to be an absolute pleasure. Anything else?
Yes. I trust you will continue your work to attempt to track down our beloved Anzilu.
Yes, the beloved Anzilu. Yes, So, do I need to give an insight check or something to see if this guy's out of the loop or not?
Yes, you would.
Okay, insight on that. Like I know.
Yeah,
I'm
he's.
right.
You can't tell for certain, but you're pretty sure he's not aware.
Right, well, yes, I'll be sure to get back to work on that right away. I give him a very polite bow, and I'm going to turn and head out along with the rest of the crew.
Okay. You all make your way out of the shrine and back to the mistress's apartment. Well, I say apartments is basically big old mansion, but yeah.
For her, it's an apartment.
You watch as the mistress whispers a few things to her staff and makes her way back into her sitting room. She sits in her chair and basically waits for you all to sit as well.
Oh yeah, no, Anarchy was on her heels.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, would anyone like to tell me exactly what happened in there?
I'm not entirely sure.
It had chains, and it looked like other people, but then it was dead.
Yeah,
And it was just okay now.
she seemed to look like a tease.
A chain devil.
Probably. I mean, she wasn't chaining me.
I would say, given the description you have told me, it was most likely a chain devil.
Do chain devils have a habit of assuming figures from someone's past in order to undermine
Yes.
them? Then
They
yes.
like to attempt to manipulate others by changing their activity.
Then yes, it was definitely a chain devil. The bitch.
I hope that she has returned to the place she belongs, and that Asmodeus has seen to her.
And I hope Asmodeus keeps her down there for a long time.
Well, that's a good thing about chains. You can use them to chain others, or you can be chained with them.
Well, if she comes back, I'll fuck her up.
Oh, trust me, I would have wiped that grin off her face.
I'm familiar with the creatures of that particular plane, are you not?
That's a good question, Seph. Am I?
Yeah, you can roll me I'll say religion check.
Oh boy, here we go. Not bad.
You know that there are devils which are under Asmodeus's command,
Mm-hmm.
And there are demons who utterly despise the devils.
I know there are like devils who Asmodeus rules over, and then there are demons who hate the ever living fuck out of them.
Oh,
And therefore
great.
Asmodeus.
She's one of the latter. Then.
She didn't seem too happy when you brought Asmodeus up.
Demons and devils have been fighting a war that has gone on for millennia. It makes sense that since the boy and his family were intimate with Asmodeus, that it would be one who opposes him that Toymaker used to attempt to prevent restoration of Miss Elizabeth here.
Oh,
So would the Chain Devil have gone to Asmodeus or to some other?
She would have gone back into the abyss.
Okay. Into the goop.
You watch as the servants return, this time bringing food, plenty of food.
Heck yeah.
At this point, Krathe pops his head into the room and is like, I'm very sorry, what's all this about mind flayers? Oh, my stomach's really rumbling, pardon me.
Mind flayers? I did not speak of those right now.
We were talking of Chain Devils. Demons. Damn it,
Oh.
get all mixed up.
Oh, no, it's quite a common misconception. The name throws a lot of people, but yes, the difference between the entities of the Abyss versus the Nine Hells and everything is quite fascinating. The Blood War, they call it. But no, yes, I was asking I was just having a chat with, he turns in the general direction of the mistress, to your counterpart, and he was informing me of a group of mind flayers towards the Western Island, the Pirate Kings holding court? To the east, yes.
Seems they're all heading that way after all.
I would not know for certain, but surely if there are mind flayers, then it must mean there is a problem in the area.
Well,
I mean, they are nightmarish creatures. Anything to do with them is everybody's problem.
oh. Well, I was fairly lucky being able to kind of stare one in the tendril's eye.
Ooh. Oh my, when was this?
You weren't around for this, unfortunately.
I've not been around for many things, it seems.
It was when our group had to take care of an imposter priest who turned out to be an old foe of Squish's and mine.
Imposter? Imposter in what way? You mean similar to our patron here?
No, he is merely human. But he was feigning to be a priest, so maybe he actually became a priest. Wouldn't put it beyond him.
Oh, the name of this individual?
I'm always trying to mix him up with someone else. So
Wouldn't that be Reverend Alesmouth?
well, his real name wasn't Reverend Ilsmouth.
Well, that would have been great when I was taking you guys' statements. Jeez.
I'm
I had
legit
given the-
cannot remember his name.
Lord Harrimond?
Yes, there it
That's
is.
it.
Lord Harmon.
I was
He's
gonna
the
say,
asshole who wanted to hurt Little Midnight.
Yes. He was
Question
also-
for PM.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Was Harrimount the guy that we were dealing with the Iron Mummer, or is this a name that Krathe would
Yeah,
know?
it's the guy who's running that cult, yeah.
Yeah.
So I need to ask something out of character. So, Reverend Alesmouth was Lord Harrimont.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, Well, that's good to know. Jeez.
Well, we gave that in the statement that we gave to the Admiralty.
I almost don't remember if you did. But I'll take your word for it.
Well,
Yeah,
I think you weren't around a bit, but
I mean, they sent me to Gale Bay to take your guys' statements.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
the only thing I would say is like at that mention, Krathe turns to Sammy's direction, Samael's, and he's like, "Oh, that's a familiar name, isn't it?
Oh yes.
That's how we met, actually."
Oh, that was so long ago.
don't
Well,
tell me you joined due to his shenanigans as well.
Unless I'm mistaken, madam, that's how we got on your radar? Is that the term?
Indeed, it was. It was rather interesting seeing how you all dealt with him.
Apparently not well enough, it seems.
He is a wily one, I will admit that.
He's escaped from us twice by now.
Well, now he's sticking around in Dad's neck of the woods, so I'm gonna fuck him up.
Dads?
Oh, you know, salt on the breeze. The
His
pirate
dad's a
lord?
pirate. My sister's a pirate. That's kind of a thing.
How exciting! I used to live on the coast, so I used to work with a couple of, shall we say, privateers? That's very interesting.
Well, at least my family has no seamen among them, as far as I know.
Phrasing. that was completely in character, by the way.
I mean, well, you could say the fisherman that is my well, technically she's my great niece. She has decided to pick up the habit of being a fisherwoman, but she's fishing in rivers, not the sea.
Right. So after that, he just turns straight back to the mistress. So, could you tell us? I'm so sorry, Cork. About these. What do you know about these illithid creatures? How long have they been in this area?
I cannot say for certain. My intelligence is not, how you could say, up to date. This is the first time hearing of it.
I see. Well, your counterpart basically asked us to exterminate them, and as someone who has in the past experience of these creatures, they should absolutely be wiped out, every last one of them.
To be fair, the last time we saw one, it kind of made someone's head explode.
Yes, they do that. Again, they're extra. Is everyone up to date on what an illithid actually is?
You mean,
Squish just
you
blinks
mean
at you.
tentacle beard, massive powers of mind, that kind of thing?
Mm-hmm. They're basically
About yay high.
Indeed. The long and the short of it is, this, depending on what stories you believe, they're extraplanar entities. They're from a very long time ago. At one point, they had an empire that spanned multiple worlds, even multiple realities, and they were everywhere. Horrific monsters. And fortunately, one of their slave races uprose against them. And drove them to near extinction. So they hide around on multiple planes, usually underground, to keep out of sight. But even a small nest can grow and do all this manner of unspeakable things. And they less arcane based and more. It's really basically it's a type of ability known as psionics. They use the mind to do things. It's very. I want to use some other word, but frankly, alien is the best way to describe them. They are literally alien.
So they're very good at chess when they're using their mind.
You see Carve just do that sort of face for a moment. It's like, yes, Jeremiah. They're very good at chess, but they're more interested in eating people's brains.
So if you somehow beat them at chess, they'll eat your brain.
Most likely, yes, because they appreciate. Yes,
So you
that's
have to
how
play
they
chess
improve.
with them first. Ha! Sucks for them. I don't know how to play chess.
Well, they also probably play checkers, and that is something that I think
They've
you
got
would
me.
excel at.
They've got me.
Also, mind flayers. Yeah, I heard stories about those creatures back when I was in Waterdeep.
Yeah. I didn't know there were any in Waterdeep. That's very concerning.
Well, there was a rumor that there had been one, but you know how people are.
Can't say I've ever personally come across one, but there is evidence of them.
I was going to say, Ardeth, with regards to your culture, your people, and everything, you didn't encounter them in the past?
I have reason to believe they were too afraid of us.
Okay, good, fair enough, that's good. But yes, madam, and again he turns straight to the mistress, unless you have something specific you want us to be working on, I would personally recommend we take care of that matter sooner than later. Any kind of a single illithid left unchecked can do legitimate damage to your fine people.
Yes, this makes sense. But for now, you should rest. You have clearly been through quite a lot. For now, enjoy your meal.
Will do.
I shall return momentarily. Mistress gets up, leaves the room, and leaves you to talk amongst yourselves while I need to nip off for just a few minutes.
I
Okay.
was trying to like sit in the chair that she was sitting in while she was sitting in it. So as soon as she leaves, I just flop into the open space in the chair.
Part of me honestly expects Anarchy would just hold on to the mistress even as she's like leaving. Like she just won't let go. And the mistress wouldn't be phased at all, just walk out with Anarchy attached to her.
Jeremiah turns to Professor
Just want
Carth
to
and
check
says,
before I go, because someone's gone in there already. Does Anarchy try that, or is she just going to scooch into the seat?
No, let's go for it. Let's do the whole hold on thing.
Well, Anarchy, my dear, you must remain with the others right now.
Oh. And I
know,
took a
but
running leap at the seat.
the mistress seems to cheer up a little at that.
And I
Oh,
wave
yeah.
enthusiastically as she leaves.
"Oh, and Professor,
Yes?
I do understand that a mind flayer is not about petty games. I was merely attempting a little bit of levy."
The attempt is appreciated, my friend, no, but I have seen firsthand the things.
They can do.
They're not good and they need to be exterminated. Without mercy. Without hesitation. And he pokes at his food. Incidentally, when the mistress said, "Oh, you're all tired, you all need rest," Krathe feels absolutely fine. He's keen to get going, so he's a little bit.
Yeah, both me and Storm could detect the enthusiasm. So, about that, sanctuary, Pirate Central, apparently has Lord Haramont dicking around with dragons there, and apparently there are illithids there doing weird alien shit.
Also, your father.
Yes, also my father is there and the Pirate King, and we have been called to a meeting. Doubtless they want us to deal with one or both of these problems, so all the roads lead to Sanctuary, evidently.
Yes.
Well, my suggestion would be, if you pardon me, by the way, I don't think we properly had a conversation. My name's Krathe.
Pleasure to meet you, Professor Carve.
Yes. And you do good work, by the way, against that chain devil. Very impressive. But yes. If it were me in charge of this group, I would personally suggest that rather than flat out say, "Oh, we hear you have an illithid problem. Let's take care of that." If they want to hire us as well, and we basically get a double payday, that would not be a bad thing. And get paid several times for doing the same job. Though now I think about it, I don't think we've actually been paid by the the mistress's counterpart. What was his name again?
Radamantus.
Adamantus, yes.
Yeah, I'm just glad no one tried to call him Raddy or something.
I don't think he would have appreciated that.
And
He doesn't have
I'm
quite
just
as
glad.
developed a sense of humor as we do.
Oh, he had a lot of time to hear every joke under the sun.
Hmm.
But, Professor, what were you discussing with the gentleman, if I may inquire?
Well, honestly, now that, that part of my focus has been shifted, I'm very keen on learning new things. The idea of transmutation, transformation, evolving, changing, growing, it's always fascinated me. And I was just wondering if he had any insights or suggestions on such abilities.
Well,
I was about to ask Ardeth something, but Ardeth isn't here.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm back now.
Oh, okay. Krathe turns over to Ardeth. Speaking of, I suppose you're a much better candidate for this, my dear. Did your people ever learn any kind of a means to transmute the form? Adjusting. I know that there are things such as like polymorphing abilities and all that, but I mean something that actually changed a race. Moved it from one form to another permanently.
I don't believe that we did. Of course, it's been 2,000 years since I last caught up to date with our research.
Well.
Pardon my curiosity, but why the interest in polymorph?
I mean, it's always nice to have a change, to evolve, to be something new and different.
That's so vague and unhelpful.
Thank you.
Your life must be boring, man.
Don't think that would be what you're looking for.
But what was that in relation to?
You were talking about changing race. I had been asked, as I told you, I went back in Waterdeep. I was working as a carpenter, and I worked at this tavern. What was it called again? It was originally called Troll.
We've actually had that discussion. Yes, I believe it was called the Rascals Rendezvous at one point.
Yes. When it seemed that they had lost someone, and one time I heard one of the proprietors talk about having been a tiefling and an elf, a friend of theirs. I don't know. Didn't want to pry because it seemed it opened a few old wounds.
Right.
But I suppose that is not what you were looking for.
I mean, it sounds exactly what I'm looking for, the ability to transmute one race into another.
Well, in that case, you should probably, when we're done, head to Waterdeep too, and maybe figure out something from there.
I'll
That
add
is
it to
if
my
that
list.
is that is if that tavern still stands, and its proprietors are still there. After all,
That's what
it's been a few years. Haven't been there in quite a while.
A few minutes pass, and the mistress returns carrying a wooden box. Anarchy, may I please sit in my chair?
Oh yeah, Anarchy is making space.
Mistress sits herself down. Anarchy, if you want to, you can pretty much just sit in a lap if you want.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's happening. It's happening.
I said I would give you all an explanation, did I not?
Yes.
She drops back to her changeling form. What I'm about to tell you explains exactly why Chelsea is here. As the professor no doubt knows, Anzilu was sealed away by the servants of Shah. They came after us. Anyone who survived their purge. Myself, Radamanthus, and a few others.
In
Yes.
Yes, he does hold up one finger. To be fair, the one hole in my research was in regards to your relation with Shah. Some of the records and everything made it appear that Anzulu was a servant of hers. Clearly, that was a mistake.
It is not without some truth. Originally, my dear Anzilu served her mother and Shah, until she realized that she should serve herself, first and foremost. Shah and her mother did not like this, so we rebelled. Anzilu built her empire. They came back and tore it down. As simple as that. But that is not what I am about to reveal. The truth of the matter is, they hunted me. They wounded me. And I was desperate to escape. They murdered my husband. And, well, a god appeared to me, offering a deal. This god went by the name of Rowan.
Yes, the Cat Lord.
Yes, a trickster called the Traveler.
Mm.
I asked him to save my life. Make sure that my enemies would never be able to find me. And he delivered. At this point, she opens up the box and holds up what appears to be a scroll. As she opens it up, you can see it's a portrait of a red-headed elven woman. This was Elora. the name I went by back then. The traveler delivered on his promise. No one was ever able to hunt me down again. Because he erased Elora and changed her into this. He turned me into a changeling. Made me effectively immortal. And one day I will skin that cat for what he has done.
One small point of order, if I may. You are not pleased with the deal that you made?
I'm fairly certain she can't change into that form again.
No, that form is beyond my ability now.
Oh.
Hence the revenge.
I mean, you did ask to not be hurt again. If you could change back into the form of Elora could be hurt again. So I can kind of see where the Cat Lord's twisted logic came from there.
Make no mistake, I know how hard it is to kill a god.
It is possible, though.
Yes, it is entirely possible. But for now, my main concern is getting my best friend back. Which is why...
You mean Emerald, that woman?
Yes, if that is the name she's going by now, so when I greet her it will be as Emerald. But that is not what I have brought out. Anarchy, my dear,
Yes.
I have something for you.
Really?
Yes. You watch as she reaches into the box where the scroll was and picks up a dagger in a black hilt. I want you to have this, my dear.
Ooh, and I gingerly take it, because it is of great importance to me now. And I inspect the heck out of that sucker.
As you draw it, you notice the blade is black, like glass.
Yes.
It is called Shah's Bane. I pledged long ago that I would one day plunge it into the goddess's heart. But I doubt that will ever come to fruition. So I wish for you to carry it.
Thank you. And I make the quiet little soul promise to myself, I'll stab it into their heart one day just for you. And that's like an inner thought.
Okay, so you got the just displayed it. It is a magical weapon. It is
Cool.
a dagger, but does 1d6 damage. Rather than
I don't know how to make items.
Pretty sure Dennis will be able to help you with that.
Yeah, that won't be a problem. If you want, you can just give me the ability to edit her character sheet, and I can add that.
That'd be amazing. Also, could you make my sea sting dagger? I have no idea how to do that one either.
Well, here's the question. You're using D&D Beyond, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, at the very least, what I can do is I can add items on your
Roll 20.
Roll 20 character sheet.
I have a roll 20 character sheet?
You do, yes.
What?
I know. So if you go to where we can figure that out later. That's not going to be a problem.
Cool. Yeah.
But yes, that is the explanation you are wanting.
It makes sense to me.
Certainly illuminating.
Not to pry too much in your long-term goals or anything, but do you think that Anzilu, or the Emerald, do you think she's going to be capable of killing a god for you?
I have seen Anzilu do many things. I suspect she has already killed gods before. Remember.
Laughs. Open quotation. Open parentheses. Laughs in player. Close parentheses.
Back in the old days in Chult.
Yes, one of the references did refer to her as the God Eater, so that kind of makes sense.
And you've already seen what ability she taught the Radamanthus.
The soul siphon?
Precisely.
Neat trick.
Well, though I suspect she might not necessarily have shown that mercy in sending the souls back out.
Perhaps. I was expecting Radamanthus to be able to perform that feat, but well, as you can see, our faith in him has been rewarded.
Yes, though he seemed to have a little bit of a struggle. Then again, I doubt he does that on a day-to-day basis.
I seriously doubt it, but he has had 10,000 years to perfect the method, shall we say.
Yeah, but how many times do you get to, like, swap a soul around?
Not often.
Exactly.
But yes, Professor, you were going to say something.
This is the player asking a question. Actually, the girl whose soul was in the doll and everything. What's her take on all this? Because, like I say, the party for the most part is kind of been dealing with the whole Schultzer thing and all that.
Yeah, she's just bewildered by it all.
Yeah, yeah.
She's heard rumours and read books about Chultzer, but yeah, it's different from being there.
Relatedly, Whisper's still here, isn't she?
No, she has. Oh no, she is. Yes, she's there as well.
Yeah, so she's hearing a lot of strange, bizarre shit too.
Yeah, but she's a bit more used to Chultzer, so she knows where shit goes on.
Yeah.
So, question again is who's Whisper? Super fast.
Whisper is the Tabaxi girl from Storm's hometown who's been acted as a guide.
Gotcha. Okay, that's fine. One. Yeah, no, nothing. Everything's fine. Nothing else. And as Krathe returns to his food, he looks like he's coughing, and he's actually going to cast message to the mistress and whisper to her. Out of curiosity, your lich counterpart seems to think that I'm still searching for Anzilu. Is there a reason you're not telling him?
There was simply no opportunity to do so.
She whispers that to Krathe.
Yeah, she does.
Mm-hmm. Krathe just nods to himself and carries on eating.
Really, Professor?
Mm-hmm.
You must stop being so suspicious.
Sorry? What? Hmm?
She whispers this back to you, by the way.
Okay. She has no idea.
But yes, you must tell me what your next plan of action is.
Well, as far as I can tell, after escorting Lady Elizabeth back to Central, we're heading to Sanctuary to deal with a lot of problems all at once.
I see.
Unless anyone has any other ideas.
I have no better idea. It seems that all threads are connected there, so I think it is time.
It's all gonna hit the fan, that much is for certain.
I've heard that expression before.
But yes, it will be interesting, to say the least.
Will you be observing said events somehow?
Alas, no, I shall be returning to Ventral soon.
Ah.
It is important that I make sure the Empire does not get out of hand. Let's just say those fools in the City Council need a firm hand.
Yes. It's just young
Also,
girls.
also, I suspect that you will reach out to individuals in Waterdeep to learn what you can.
Of course, it only makes sense to follow up on the leads that the professor has provided.
Best of luck, and I confess I'm rather interested in meeting this individual. So as soon as possible. I mean, obviously you have things to discuss with them, but I would very much like to meet this Anzelu at some point.
I hope that it will be possible.
So, complete sidebar, out of character and everything. I'm assuming this is happening before Balzo's holiday heist.
This is happening just after.
Well, okay. I won't.
Balzo's holiday heist took place about 5 years. So, yeah, basically the wish to the traveller in that one shot is what led her to the professor in the first place.
Okay. The only thing I'll say there is because there's a timeline issue there, but again, it's cool. No, it's just curious.
Time is wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Yeah.
Just put it down to the travel and mucking around with time.
Yeah. Time
Easy.
paradox.
I mean, Jeremiah has been referring to someone who is doing snow magic. He was talking to Holy Ones, I believe.
Yep.
To be fair,
Which
this
would have been-
interconnectivity is starting to get a little bit more convoluted than the Zelda timeline.
Yeah.
We really do have to like make a proper like graph or chart at some point.
We need to start our fucking wiki.
Yeah.
You do.
I'm working on it.
Dice&Dolts and wikis.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis, he didn't mean a literal fucking wiki.
Too late. Anyway.
Damn. It's just
Well,
gonna
we
be
shall-
Ez and fucking Irina.
We shall return to Chelsea City tomorrow morning. In the meantime, enjoy the city.
Aye, we certainly will do. Plenty to explore, plenty to see. Don't get into Temple City all that often, as in never.
So,
Well, you've been here now once.
Aye, and that's more than most people have.
so yeah, you got downtime.
Yeah.
Emmy is going to take a breather. Go to the.
I think I'm going to enjoy a long, hot bath. I don't know about you.
I think I'll do the same. Then maybe head out and get drunk.
Well, I like the sound of that myself. Simple, straightforward, to the point.
Who says you can't get drunk while bathing?
The bathhouse is just to the southern side of the city.
Then again, I wouldn't mind spending my time with pleasant company.
My
I
dear
thought we
Jeremiah,
were pleasant.
my
Yeah, we
dear
got
Jeremiah,
enough for you, big guy.
I'm certain that you will find plenty of company at the bathhouse, my friend.
Well,
I'm not daddy enough for you now.
Jeremiah just looks over to Storm and gives him a grin.
Big old fanged grin right on back.
Of course, I should mention that the bathhouse is not segregated.
I have no issue.
Well, the question is if they have issues, but
There are plenty of Tabaxi at the bathhouse as well.
Yeah, I mean, we only live on Chalsa.
I wasn't talking about you. I mean, I'm a little bit on the larger side. Some people have take a little bit of an issue with that.
Jeremiah, you're on Chalsa. We do not care about such things.
Well, I've never been here, so I wouldn't know.
Well, this is a land of freedom and fun and chaos. I'm not gonna care about city standards like that.
Very well then.
Believe me, you'll turn many heads. Who knows? You might turn more than me today.
That's a line. I need to make a note of that line. That's good.
Thank you.
But yeah, if everyone's breaking up and doing their own thing, I don't know what Anarchy would be doing, but Krathe would want to spend a little bit of time comparing some notes with Ardeth. Basically, he wants to know if there's any spells, any kind. Basically, if they can do a trade, he's going to try and show off some of his, Dunamancer, basically.
As soon as you guys started mentioning baths, Anarchy started speculating if jumping in that pond fountain thing counted. And the merits of going to go take an actual bath.
No, dear, it does not count.
Ah. Okay, I will get clean. I smell like pond.
Squish is going to take Midnight to Eligala's secluded corner of the courtyard, lift out the toys, and just kind of play with them.
Aww.
Because he is still babby and needs playtime.
Ardeth is going to take out the Ice Queen spellbook, and she's going to basically show Krathe the Radiant Sorrow spell.
Radiant Sorrow, what is that?
Well, you remember our fight with the Chain Devil?
Yes, about 5 minutes ago, but yes.
Yes, the icicle was I summoned.
Yes, that was very cool. Pun intended.
That is Radiant Sorrow.
Radiant
It
Sorrow.
summons between... It will summon between 1 and 8 icicles. Basically, you let them fly at the enemy. If they hit, they then explode and deal holy damage.
I see.
Particularly effective against undead. And other monstrosities.
Oh well. In return, what Krathe is going to do is he is going to teach her a little something called a pulse wave. I'm just going to display the VT. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, it is basically a good way to describe it is almost the Force.
Okay.
Basically, that.
I would say that since she's not copying it since you basically explained how to do it, I'm going to waive the gold cost on copying it down.
Okay.
Same with her teaching you Radiant Sorrow.
Okay.
Because bear in mind that when you are copying spells, half of it is basically deciphering it. So I'd say
So,
it counts as. Yeah, I'd say it'll take you both about 2 hours to copy it down to get the gist of it, but yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. So I have a question for you, DM. Is Radiant Soul a homebrew spell, or is this an existing?
It is homebrew. I'll have to just quickly post it for you. 1 second.
Okay, yeah. If you send me a private message or something, I can try and figure out a way of adding it on D&D Beyond.
I think I actually sent you it originally when I first came up with it.
I believe you did. It has been a while though.
Been a
Yeah.
while.
But yeah, that's been a while. But yeah, that's basically what Krathe wants to do. He's basically trying to learn.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I'll just see you. Let's get a chance.
No rush, no rush. We're not going to do it this session, but thank you.
No problem. And what does anyone else want to do?
Well, as I understand it, the boys are heading to the bathhouse.
And Anarchy.
And Anarchy, yep.
Yep.
Anarchy and her crew.
What are Lady Elizabeth and Whisper going to be doing?
They're kind of gonna. They basically stick with Anarchy.
Okay.
The
so
mistress
they're
basically tells them the safest thing to do is stay with Anarchy.
That's very true, considering her ridiculous modifiers.
Yep.
So they're coming to the bathhouse too.
Yep, they are as well.
Neat. You know, before I
So-
get too carried away, I should probably send a message to the Admiralty, letting them know we've succeeded. Yes? Any objections to that?
Don't see why not. It was the main reason for you to be joining this group. I mean, my question is, you do intend to stay on, though, yes?
Oh, definitely. I've got business in Sanctuary, and there's like trouble a brewing, and I always fight to protect people, and you know, I'm getting a distinct save the world vibe going on.
Same here. It makes a nice change of pace. I'm enjoying it.
Ah. Not your usual wheelhouse then, huh, Professor?
It's definitely an improvement on my previous situation.
You know, that's very good to hear. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Alright, so this is the first time I've actually used this item, Seph.
Yep.
So Storm pulls out his Admiralty talisman, his Admiralty badge, basically, which I've
Yeah.
decided looks like a golden, like, ship's wheel, which has,
Okay.
like, his name and his number, his designation inscribed upon it. And in the center is a pearl, which he presses in, and that triggers the, I believe, message effect, correct?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so I prepared a message ahead of hand because it's 25 words, yes?
Yep.
Okay, so he's gonna say FAO. I'm doing this voice, sorry. FAO, Admiral Hargreaves and Lord Lanchester. Lady Elizabeth cured of her ills. We shall be returning ASAP. Sorry for delay. Chaucer doesn't make things easy. FOA standing for the attention of, by the way. I figured the Admiralty would use contractions.
Okay. A couple of minutes pass before you hear Hargreaves' voice reply. Good work, Storm. See you back here soon.
Nice. Okay. They know now, and that should put some fears to rest. Lord Lanchester will be very happy, I'm sure. Well then, everyone, to the bathhouse?
Yes, let's go.
Don't ask me again. Almost there already.
Just you're walking out, you see Midnight and Squish just like play wrestling over a rope at the end of the courtyard. Like two dogs playing with a tug of war rope.
We'll be at the Bathhouse if you need us, Squish.
Midnight turns his head to look at you, and Squish immediately goes flying. Ah!
Midnight's welcome too.
Maybe later.
Looking forward to it.
You have to let the good boy play.
Yeah.
So you make your way through the city. The celebration's kind of picking up at this point. You can tell the festival's in full swing. People are enjoying themselves. As you make your way towards Bathhouse, you can kind of recognize the smell of the hot springs. And you find your way there. It's quite a low area. It's walled off, so people have a little bit of privacy. But yeah, you can hear the frolicking inside.
Ah, sounds like a fun time. In we go, in we go, in we go.
Yes.
Is this the third Bath episode we've had?
My first, though.
That's
I'd
just
say
such a
second.
cool
This is
thing.
the second in this, third technically when we consider Raga's bathing over in Curse of Strahd, we might be up to a third. Yes.
Yep.
So 3 in total.
So as you enter, you see this young Tabaxi male just kind of stood there with behind the counter. He goes, good morning, my friends. How can I help you?
Well, we're looking for a nice, relaxing bath.
Certainly. Can I just ask, has everyone brought their weapons and armor with them?
I would have probably left a lot of my stuff at Miss Missy's place,
Storm would have brought his stuff with him.
except for
Yeah,
my
same with Sammy.
Yes.
new dagger.
We might probably need to rent some sort of a locking place to store our goods.
Well, suddenly it's kind of picks up a key and just indicates a room behind him. Just go in there, you will find a safe. You should be able to store your gear in there.
Very well then.
I don't put the dagger in.
I'm sorry, miss, but I'm afraid that you can't carry any weapons into the bathhouse.
But I just got it. It's so
You would probably
pretty.
rust horribly in the water, Anarchy. It's such a nice gift, too. You wouldn't want to ruin it just after getting it.
I gently place it inside.
Plus,
a lot
I'm
of
sure this
whining.
would very, very much not want to get on the mistress's bad side.
Very gently. With the utmost grace, I place it inside.
Okay. Tabaxi kind of gathers some towels for you all and just. We shall take care of your clothing while you are in the bathhouse, but please put these on. And it kind of indicates a little change in area. It is divided into half, so men and women can get changed separately, but it's like a dividing wall.
Time to strip! Woo!
Yeah.
Already ahead of you.
If you hadn't specified there was a changing room, I was just getting ready to just be like, "Wah!"
Yeah, Whisper kind of quickly hustles Anarchy and Elizabeth into the women's changed area.
She's a good one, that kid. Had to be a mother far too soon, but grew into it rather well. Hopefully she'll have time later on to explore what else she wants to do.
For a second there, I thought you were talking about Anarchy, and I got really, really, really concerned.
Ah,
Same.
No, don't whisper.
God.
I was like, wait, where did I miss that story beat?
I still have the whole thing where you first came in and you're like, yeah, how do you feel about following an 11-year-old into a cave? It feels weird, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Hello, my name is Trish Hansen, and would you please take a seat?
Oh man.
So yeah, you all get
I need a
changed.
larger towel.
Don't worry, sir. We have one here. Just he kind of walks in like a beach towel size one for you.
Yeah, that should about barely covering everything. He's joking, obviously.
Okay, you all make your way out into the hot springs area. There's a few little groups here and there in the water, just relaxing, enjoying the warm
That piece is
waters.
about to be disturbed.
Anarchy. No cannonball, please. The only thing I ask
Think
of
about
you.
cannonball and you're full of good ideas.
I was just gonna say, Storm was gonna do a cannonball. Fuck it.
Can I
Yeah.
lock eyes with Storm? Can we transmit the cannonball idea to each other via mind power?
Roll insight.
Both of us or just Anarchy?
Just Storm.
Okay.
Oh, Storm, sorry.
I would like Anarchy to roll a performance.
Oh.
Well, at least it's not synced right now.
I'll tell you what, I will say you can have advantage of that because you know exactly, you can just tell what Anarchy's thinking right now.
You can see the grin creeping up on her.
Yeah. You know exactly what she's planning.
Why did I have to say that?
Quick, Anarchy! Team attack on the water.
Ah, there's a battle cry. A loud, shrieking battle cry.
Oh yes.
Ah,
We cannonball into the water
We cannonball gracefully.
in sync.
I don't know how
Instinct.
graceful you can do a cannonball, but
You
Tabaxi can do it. Right.
Oh, grace isn't an option? I go for the biggest splash then.
okay? I would like you both to roll me acrobatics checks, please.
That's that.
I'm actually not great at acrobatics for a rogue.
Yeah. Storm, you managed to do a pretty sweet cannonball. Anarchy, you more kind of just flopping.
it's a lot more splat and a lot
Yeah.
less whoosh.
Kind of spread yourself out rather than cannonball.
I come out of the water probably beat red where I hit the water because, ow, belly flops hurt.
Solid attempt, Anarchy. I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
Yes.
Also, do you need healing? Does it sting?
The sting only means I've gotten victory.
Damn straight.
You do understand that the towel is now sopping wet.
A small price to pay for glory.
Yeah, this is more like a modesty towel than an actual drying towel, so...
Have you never seen an anime, my dude?
Oh, yes, I have, and I don't want to envision Anarchy just throwing everything away and
What
flopping
kind of
in
anime are
three-
you watching?
No, that's a different...
Crayon Shin-chan.
That is a different game we have played on this channel.
Okay, yeah, that character is also a lot younger.
Seph?
Yeah.
Was Bolt allowed to come with?
I would say he's allowed. They've allowed him in.
Yeah, they're gonna say that because
Well,
the
to be fair,
cannonball.
Well, if it's open air, how could they stop him?
exactly.
Like barge his way in one way or another. I know my bird. So you think you can stop me? Yeah. After the cannonball, Bolt just kind of gracefully dives in with a bloop and services.
Also, to my defense, I'm a little bit tired.
Yeah, it's just going to point out that towels are magically... they are enchanted to stay on, so...
Oh, and I've been holding on to it the entire time.
What do they think of next? Now get in here!
Next, they probably invent some kind of breeches to wear while swimming.
So, I take it everyone's going to the water at this point.
Yep. Yes, some of us faster, some of us slower.
As the party enjoy this, so...
I would say Squish at midnight join them at some point.
Yeah. Professor.
Yes. Hi. Hello. Hello, God.
Ardeth is currently pondering with you. Professor, what exactly did you want to talk to the Lich about?
Well, in all honesty, as I said earlier, I'm interested in transmutation of the form. With having seen the the nature of our employer, the mistress, and knowing that there are various entities that can briefly change shape and all that, I'm curious if there's a way of making it stick, choosing a completely new and unique physical appearance.
Well, I'm pretty sure the true polymorph is capable of doing that, but I think you're thinking of something else.
Yes. There was one little hint he gave me. I was a bit confused about it, I won't lie, but this is more of a hobby, by the way. This is nothing to do with my, the research that I've been doing for the mistress or anything. This is just, I think having the ability to evolve, to grow, to change it just appeals to me,
Well, all I can say is be careful in regards to your methods. This point she kind of indicates the glowing lines on her skin.
Yes, your people, I believe, had a similar avenue of research, or am I completely off base there?
We attempt to progress ourselves through our technology. In my case, I am capable of breathing underwater.
Interesting.
So what was this hint he gave you?
Well, he was talking about a scruffy wizard from Exandria. Personally, I'm not too sure what he was getting at. The spells and so on that I shared with you, I got those from a slightly different source. I don't believe I've even heard of Exandria.
I see. My people have traveled from world to world. I could try to initiate the trance needed to try and see, but it is very hit and miss.
Interesting. What would you want in return for the favor?
There's nothing I can think of.
There's always something there. I mean, I'm not trying to cast suspicion on you or anything. I'm a big believer in favors and an equal trade. Being able to look at different worlds it's certainly going to be a unique experience, so it would certainly be valuable. So I would want to give you something of equal value in return. I just don't know what that would be yet. But if you ever think of anything, it would be my pleasure.
I shall hold you to it.
Good, good.
Ardeth sits down. She removes the mask and starts concentrating.
Krathe is watching with, well, again, his face is staring in her direction. Obviously, the eyes are non-functional, but the little raven on the edge of the staff is staring at her intently.
He continues concentrating. You can watch him. You can see her mouth moving as she works. And suddenly her eyes open and they are completely white.
Having watched what she
next-
did, I apologize for the delay.
No, keep going, keep going.
The question I was about to ask, while I was watching her closely, is there anything that I can do? Is there any way of repeating what she's done? Do I understand what she's doing, or is this more of an innate racial thing that she can do?
It's less an innate racial thing, more just a technique the Proclaimers learned. It's not something they can really teach.
Fair enough.
You watch as she starts trying to write something on the ground.
I hand her some pen and paper.
As you do that, you watch as she starts scrawling. She keeps writing, drawing sigils, and she starts speaking in an unusual language you've never heard before.
Anything I can do to possibly decipher the meaning of that? If not the actual words, the general tone and everything?
You can basically tell that she's basically checking possible. She's basically got connections to someone else and is basically trying to learn this spell, or at least learn how to perform it.
Okay.
After a few minutes, you watch as she collapses.
Oh, no shit. Is there anyone else around?
There's some servants nearby.
Would you mind giving me a glass of water and a cushion, please? Thank you.
I'm alright, I'm alright.
No, please.
And you watch as she slides the paper over to you with this spell I'm sending you on Discord.
Oh, okay. That was bloody easy. Ah. Interesting.
I'm not sure how useful it will be, but that's the best I could find. The mind possessing the spell is quite reluctant to agree to let me use it.
So, just so we're clear, you can actually go into the mind of other people and just take their knowledge?
I have to ask them, but it's not something I can do very easily. In fact, I I don't think I'll be able to move for the rest of the day.
Madam, I am absolutely in your debt. You have a servant in me, and any service that I can provide is never going to make up for this. This is incredible. Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much. And he looks really animated, and yeah, he's just poring over the scroll and the notes, and he's just like super fascinated and hyper excited.
As you do that, you notice servants carefully pick Ardeth up and carry her back to her room.
Allow me, and Krathe will help out as best he can.
Okay. You basically take her back to her bed, to the room Mistress arranged for her and Squish, place her on the bed, and she basically is now physically incapable of moving for the next 24 hours.
Wow, okay, that was nice of her. Krathe feels really bad about that.
Yeah, this ability is basically a sort of spell, but she's had to draw on every reserve she has to do it.
Oh wow, that was unexpected, and okay, that was a lot. Yeah, Krathe needs to explain himself when the rest of the party show up. Oh shit.
But yeah. So, is there anything else the party wishes to do?
Couple of things.
Okay.
Where's Jeremiah right now? Seems like Cork's actually muted his mic. Oh, there he is.
Well, yep.
Where should I be? In the bathhouse, of course.
Yes, he's just around then, so Storm's gonna swim up to you. Jeremiah, may I have a frank conversation with you?
Why are we having serious conversations in a bathhouse?
Because it's a casual environment. And certain parties aren't present. So, the professor, you seem to know him quite well. Certainly well enough to be, discussing strange dealings with one another. Can't pretend to know your business, but it gives me cause for concern. There's a lot of secretive shit going on between the two of you. But the difference is, I know I can trust you. So, do you think the professor is trustworthy?
Well, I think for the moment, yes. Though, of course, he can well hide it behind his poker face.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it easy for him. I mean, you can't read it in his eyes. Technically speaking.
No, but when someone covers so much shit with vague half-truths and only just enough information to get by... It's clear there's something afoul, but yeah, he did seem sincere when he seemed enthusiastic about the whole saving the world idea.
Yeah.
So, hey, if you think we can trust him, that's fine. It's just I was tasked to protect all of you. The professor wasn't an element in that. But if you think he's not going to put you guys in danger, then I'm cool with extending that protection to him. So that's what I'm worried about, you know. Wizards are, weird. I've worked with nice wizards, and I've dealt with horrible wizards. Just concerned about what kind of wizard he is.
To be honest, I don't fully know what his end goal is, but for now I have no reason to believe he's any more villainous than any of us. Well, maybe except for Squish. She's just a sweetheart.
That she is.
As you look across the bath where there's just absolute chaos between Anarchy, Midnight, and Squish just play fighting and sending water everywhere.
Anarchy's floating like face down in the water, like doing that dead man float thing.
The love Squish holds for midnight honestly, like, makes my heart a flutter. It's something I really like to see. And that's the kind of stuff I want to protect, so... Yeah. If curious wizards seeking transformation get in the way of that, I won't take too kindly. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I completely understand, and yeah, if she's ever turning out to be a threat to everyone, we might have to, at the very least, restrain him.
Aye. I take great comfort in that. Thank you, Jeremiah. You put me a bit more at ease.
Don't sweat it.
Ha! I don't think Tabaxi can sweat. And with that, he actually like just goes on the water for a bit, then comes back up. By the way, you look great. I don't know what you were worried about.
I mean, some of the older ladies are staring in my direction, and I don't know if I should feel flattered or you know what I mean.
Aye, I do know what you mean. Seph, I would like to incite these women.
Yes, you can do that. Yeah, they are definitely intrigued by a giant barbarian.
If you
So
think
what you're saying is there's one or two cougars there, and they're actual Tabaxi.
Yep.
I'm not sorry at all.
I'm wrong
Don't be.
now, Jeremiah, the literal cougars are very much interested in you in a very nice way. If you want to get some action, today might be your day. You're only in the Temple City once. Have fun with it.
True. Still, it's a little stressful when someone puts a lot of pressure on you.
Fair enough. I was going to call them over, but hey, if you're not comfortable, I won't push it.
Call them over. Maybe one or two of them might be interested in getting to know you a little bit better.
I can't take everyone in Charlesar.
Well, we can share ultimately.
Oh, Jeremiah. Oh.
And with that, he basically gives Storm a little ribbing.
You have no idea how tense I am just to say, well, hello there, Chucky Boots.
Oh boy, Repente is still a thing.
Yes, he still is, but he's not here right now.
If only he was! That would be
Yes.
amazing! Oh my god.
Well, I guess then there's no time like right now to introduce ourselves to the ladies.
As much as I'd love to take you up on that, I have other people I got to talk to right now. Sorry, Jeremiah. I really...
Don't you worry about me then.
Yeah. But if you feel bold, go for it.
Well, the professor would probably crack a joke about bald spots, but I don't have any.
Or he would abruptly leave the conversation.
He wouldn't even get there.
Okay. And Storm would just say adios and swim away. Where is Whisper?
She's still kind of stuck in the corner with Elizabeth. Elizabeth's kind of really shy. She's not really used to this sort of thing.
Oh, don't blame her.
So Whisper's kind of looking after her.
So Storm's gonna, head over there, but Obviously not trying to boot the living shit out of them. Ladies, how you doing?
Well, she's just a little nervous, Storm.
I would be too. I mean, this is your first time in Chaucer, and it's quite the introduction.
Yes, quite. I have studied the island, but I've never actually been. Father was always a little concerned about letting me travel.
And I get the distinct impression he may be a bit more protective over you once you get home. But be kind to him, and in time he'll loosen up again, I'm sure.
I'm certain. I mean, it wasn't Victor's fault that all this happened. I only hope that his parents were all right.
Yes, I wouldn't know. That would be my companions. They probably know about that. What? What was that, Icy?
That's my boyfriend being loud.
Ah, okay. But yes, I'm sure everything will be fine. You'll be back in Central on the morrow. It won't even take that long. Our boat is ridiculously fast.
Oh, that's very good to hear. I hope Victor's okay.
Are you going to call out for Jeremiah?
Yes, Jeremiah!
Pardon me, ladies.
Okay,
Yes.
right.
Can you help fill in some blanks for me? I want to.
I can certainly try.
Miss Lady Elizabeth is concerned about her dear Victor.
He is fine, actually. He has been, as I understand it, unscathed.
Oh, it's wonderful to hear. I was really worried when well, he must be worried sick about me.
He was worried sick about you. He actually almost insisted on coming with you to make certain that you are safe and sound.
Oh, I see. He's not an adventurer, not by any means. I'm glad that he decided to stay where it was safe.
It's the most sensible thing where Charles is concerned. But
Well, now that he unfortunately is the head of the family,
What?
I'm sorry. But it seems his parents had become victims of his brother.
You kind of watch as Elizabeth's face just kind of falls completely. You can tell she was close to Victor's parents, and yeah, this is kind of quite a severe blow for her.
Jeremiah moves in and offers a hug.
She kind of carefully accepts.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it's just... Well, they were very kind, and they always approved of me and Victor, so... I can only hope that they at least didn't suffer.
I don't think they did.
She smiles and kind of wipes a few tears away and just kind of settles back down next to Whisper.
Somber conversation is going on. Meanwhile, just on the other side of the pool, Anarchy and Squish and Midnight are flicking water at Sammy, trying to get him to play with them.
Right, well then, thank you for that, Jeremiah.
Don't mention it.
Right then. Whisper, may I have a word for a moment?
Of course, what's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. It's just a matter we have to discuss, especially since my time in Chaucer seems to be rapidly coming to an end. And part of me feels like I may not even get to go back to Ocean's Bounty with you.
Well, I think that we are going to finally take the Cove Squad up on their offer.
Oh yes? Not gonna wait a few years?
Well, if they have a ship ready to take us straight away, then well, it wouldn't make sense to continue to wait.
No, I guess not. I wonder what Waves is gonna do in that case.
I really don't know. I don't.
Well, he's always been hard to predict.
Perhaps he would probably come with us.
I hope he does. I'd hate to lose track of my brother again just after finding him. Really,
Yeah.
throw that guy a hug.
Well, fingers crossed that we will be able to sort this out soon.
Yes. Just in case, and only do this if you totally feel not comfortable with it, by the way. Give the guy a hug from me. I mean, you, me, him. We're practically family, especially now. I mean, we all knew Granny, didn't we?
That is true, yes. I'll make sure to pass it on.
Thank you. So now the other matter. I haven't made it clear yet, haven't shown it off, but Captain Barrowborn, Dad, he left his badge with me. So I guess in at least some unofficial capacity, that makes me captain of the Ocean's Bounty Village Guard. Now it'd be foolish for me to have two badges in my possession, so I'd like to actually pass my badge and cloak on to young Irons, if you think he'll accept.
Oh, I'm certainly will.
Yes. He's done such a great job protecting you all over these years. I can think of no one better to pass mine on to. It's a bit ratty and needs a bit of care, but yes, I'd very much like him to have it.
Oh, definitely. I'm sure he will be very grateful.
I just wish he had more time together so I could learn the sign language and give it to him personally. But there'll be time for that in the future, I'm sure.
Of course.
Thank you, Whisper. It means a lot to me. I'm so
course
very
it-
glad I got to meet you. All of you.
Yes, I will admit that the Captain Barrowborn did used to tell us about his sons and how proud he was of them.
His misbehaving sons. But yes, he did say he was proud in his last note to me, and I have no reason to doubt that man. So if he says it, it's got to be true.
Funny thing is, he used to say the exact same thing.
Oh. About what?
About Storm.
Ah, I thought as much. About me. Ah, jeez. Ugh. He was a good man.
He always did what he could to protect us.
Right to the last, knowing him.
Yes, Captain Salt was, well, he did not want to do what he did, but, well, I guess it was just Captain Barrowborn's time, and he died in battle.
I guess it was the way he was going to go. But
Well,
I'm not sure.
Well, for what it's worth, he died trying to make sure we were safe, so...
Maybe he wouldn't have wanted it any other way. Still, I have to have words with, Captain Salt, Pirate Dad, about that. Just wondering what they fought so fatally over.
Well... It's difficult to explain exactly what happened. You see, Captain Salt came in without his ship. He just walked into the village. and Captain Barrowborn mistook him for a raider.
Huh. Well, don't blame him. In that case, it's very strange for a pirate to turn up without a ship.
I think he had this ship a little further down the coast.
Think he'd know better.
And either way, the two fought, and it took both a little while to recognize each other, but by that point it was too late.
Fair enough. I mean, that's everything I need to know and everything I need to talk about. Thanks for your time, Whisper.
It's alright, Storm. Thank you.
No, thank you. You ladies, try to relax, have a good time, and you'll be home on the morrow, Lady Elizabeth. Where there'll be people to greet you who love you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Storm. I appreciate it.
And with that, Storm is gonna swim away. And I think that's it for now. I've hogged too much screen time.
Okay, is there anything else anyone wishes to do?
And Jeremiah leaves alongside Storm,
Okay.
having paid great care for Lady Elizabeth while Whisper was occupied.
Okay. You spend the next few hours. I'll spend the next few hours just enjoying the baths, having fun. You can hear kind of major celebrations going outside. You can even hear Radamanthus giving a speech in regards to the transportation of the island from Chult to the Maelstrom Islands. It's generally a massive party atmosphere going on, but eventually you can kind of hear things dying down. It's getting closer into the evening.
Oh, ladies, don't try to pull off my modesty cloth.
No,
Tear it off! Tear it off! Tear it off!
Everybody's back. Keep it on!
But yeah, you eventually all decide it's time to move on.
I presume now we've reached the getting drunk part of our plans.
Yes.
Should we get the Professor and Ardeth or leave them to doubtlessly be... Well, leave them to them tampering in magical arts.
Well, I mean, we can send word to tell them that we are at a tavern now, and that they are welcome to join us.
Yes.
Well, I think it might be nice for us to head back to the villa.
You young
Yes.
ladies have had a very, tough day.
Yes.
And I doubt you want to get shit-faced drunk.
Well, I'm only 16, so.
Definitely not then.
And
I get in so much trouble.
Only 16, huh? Only 16, huh? You need 2 drinks.
Anarchy, are you coming back with us to the mistress?
I'm going to go back to the mistress.
Okay, the 3 girls basically start making their way back to the mistress's residence. While the people who are still there, Squish, Jeremiah, Storm, Sammy, and Midnight, you start looking for the nearest tavern.
I definitely pick up my knife, though. Don't forget the knife. It is a gift.
Yeah,
and I love.
you pick up your gear before you leave. Don't worry.
Yes.
Take it as read. As you look your way around the city, you notice a familiar-looking sign.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Is it ruins?
Yes, it is. I'm not even going to make you roll for that.
Looks like he's taken a little bit of a liking to, a little bit of a shine to at least one of us. Probably you.
Maybe, and he's also ballsy, risking this with the mistress so close. Again, he pulled the same stunt in Chaucer City, so So, who's up for the best damn drinks in the multiverse, I guess?
Sounds good.
I'm down for anything.
Excellent. Storm will open the door, like dramatically, and just usher everyone in with a bow. It's like, come in, come in. The cat lord will be grateful to receive us, I'm sure.
As you enter, you can hear a bard singing. It's a lot more jumping than the last time you came in.
At least it's not playing out of tune.
You notice another bard in the corner looking very pissed off.
Oh great, he fell into the gaping maw.
That fucking halfling gets everywhere. Just to offend me.
You brought him up.
Yeah, okay. I'm to blame.
Damn you, Kork.
Yeah, but you go to the bar, you can see Rowan just kind of doing his usual, cleaning one of the glasses. So I see you're all enjoying the sights and sounds of a temple city out there.
Oh yes, we're having a great day now that we've dealt with our mission.
Excellent, excellent. So, what'll it be?
Well, probably not the very special stuff. I mean, it's a lot of fun, but it's hard to hold on to the ground sometimes.
Why are you looking at me?
You were holding on to the table, and it was because of.
Actually, that was the
Barbarian.
capybara.
Yeah.
That stuff's
still-
evil.
Still.
The cat beverage is on point.
Yeah, but it's also very, very strong.
Didn't leave you with a hangover though.
That's true, but still, I mean, I kind of give the appearance that I was into Ardeth, so.
I was Squish's Fluffy.
Yeah, I mean,
Where are you now?
She was very attached that night. Weren't you, Squish? Yeah. No worries, Squish. I'll be your Fluffy whenever you like.
Squish seems very intently focused on something that's on the counter now.
Roll me an investigation check.
I was joking, but okay, sure. What's Squish gonna find?
You find a beer mat with a dick drawn on it.
Huh. Okay.
so that's a very crude representation.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
she
make a
usually
joke about Squish reading off a Captain Tusk's bruise, but I can't do that because Squish can't read.
Well, that's a fact the player didn't know and now does.
Rowan just smiles, goes, "Yeah, she's always doing that, but what do you do?"
She?
Yeah, it's quite an interesting little, shall we say, aficionado of one of my aspects.
A little seed of joy and chaos, to be sure.
Very much so.
Well, now that we have time, do you have a menu, Rowan?
Rowan smirks and just goes, "Well, that depends on what you're after."
Oh, I'm feeling spicy. Like, I want you to hit me with your hardest.
Rowan smirks and basically pulls out a large glass bottle, square-shaped bottle,
Yeah.
with a
give it-
black liqueur inside.
Ooh,
He carefully pours out a shot glass for you.
nice. Storm picks up and swirls it around a bit just to see how it moves in the glass.
It barely moves.
Yes! Oh,
Really, you're going to drink tar?
yeah?
That looks
And
like
he
what
got-
happened when I tried to cook licorice.
And Storm downs the whole thing.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Yeah. 11.
Yeah, you almost fall off your stool.
Yeah, fuck it.
I have to admit, I didn't expect anyone to try and knock back Australian liquor like that.
Well, that's good. That means I managed to surprise the cat lord, which is great.
Australian liquor, that is.
Yeah, Australian liquor. Managed to pick it up from a rather interesting serpent fellow. Name of Erwin.
Oh, you know Erwin. Well, how's he doing?
Oh, he's doing fine. He's got a bit of a problem with some spice shipments, but I reckon he'll be able to sort it out.
The spice must flow.
Precisely.
Well,
And
you
what-
probably also know my friend, the old lady who works at the market. Then.
Yes, yes. She's quite the fine figure of a woman, if you don't mind me saying so.
Aye, that she is. When I'm back there, I will have to take her up on a little offer of some hot beverages, if you're catching my drift.
Oh, my dear fellow, I definitely am. And speaking of beverages, what can I get you?
I don't think I'm cut out for Australian liquor.
Shame, it'll put more hair on your chest. You could use as much fur as me.
If I put on more fur, I look like a bear.
Is that a bad?
People have compared me to a bugbear before. Don't want to be compared anymore.
Okay, it's not to your taste.
It's also hair on your tongue. Always a massive pain in the buttocks.
Yeah, hairballs aren't pleasant.
Well, I reckon a little bit of Northern Wastes mead won't go amiss.
Ah, that sounds actually fairly nice. At the
It's-
proper temperature, I presume.
Of course. He just kind of lifts up this tankard. It's slightly. There's a little bit of the chill coming off it. You know, you get a little bit of chill vapor.
That's how it's supposed to be served. A lot of people think meat must be warm. I don't know why.
Well, when you spend most of your time fighting white dragons up the northernmost tip of the Scorpion Coast, you tend to take what you can get.
Yeah, but still, ruining a perfectly good drink by putting it into water and making it hot is a sacrilege. What will these people do next? Take a beer and decide that it has to be about 60 degrees?
Aye, that is true, my friend. Then he moves on to Squish. And what can I get you?
Hang on, saving a cat from behind a printer.
Okay, Recon, Sammy?
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna go. I don't know. I'm in the mood for wine. Give me your finest wine.
I have just the one. The Lionett Vintage. I will just pick this up. You watch as he takes down a decanted bottle, pours it into a glass for you, and gently places it down.
Somebody picks it up, swirls it a little, and sniffs it. And... What year is this?
Oh, that's asking, my friend. You see, that's not from this neck of a wood, so to speak.
No.
No, it comes from a little world I happen to know. A monk helped me get hold of it.
Hmm. Well then, he takes a good long sip, not exactly chugging, but just like slowly sipping it down.
Mm-hmm.
Wibbly wobbly, plainy wavy.
Exactly.
Along the lines of bingo bongo dingle dangle, diggity doo, diggity da, ping pong, lippy toppy
Ju-
toota.
Just be glad that he's not talking about the people sitting in front of computers, pretending to be people who are drinking alcohol right now.
And lastly, he looks to Squish.
I'll give me some milk for the little one. And surprise me.
Rowan smiles, sorts out a milk for midnight, and he just reaches down almost further than physically seems possible.
He's going to use the escalator now.
He lifts up a very small, rectangular bottle. Well, if you're sure you can handle it.
She can handle it. She's a mom.
He pours a shot glass
I
and
believe
gently
in
places
Squish.
Squish
gently places it down.
slowly lifts the shot glass. He's like really intensely sniffing it.
You can't really quite smell exactly what's in it. A bit of fruit, a bit of wheat. But yeah, it's a bit of a mix.
Alright. She's gonna glance at the rest of the party and then try and down it.
Roll me a Constitution saving check, please.
Sure, because Squish is great at those.
I'd like a glass of liquid cocaine, please.
Yeah, Squish, you're on the floor.
Oh, dear. So,
What the f***? Oh god.
so,
That's so strong. So
It's very strong!
it's a combination of rum and coke, and we're talking the earlier recipe.
Okay, to be fair, it was the coca leaves, which
Yeah, it's
process does make cocaine, but
Yes.
by themselves, they're just a flavoring. People make tea out of it all the time.
Yes, and get a
Yeah.
slight high.
Storm
This-
attempts to reach down and get Squish back up.
this is basically a fortified wine.
Squish was not expecting.
Heavily fortified. Like 6 foot deep walls fortified.
So this is port on steroids. Okay.
Essentially, yeah.
Fortified wine, with a fourth being Fort Knox.
In terms of port, it's Zeebrugger.
Per Squish. She's just
Yes.
floored.
Yeah,
I just
Daisy
assumed
got
she's
it.
like dangling from Storm's hand.
I'll forget. You got this. You're fine.
Ah, I'm up. Ah. I can't do Squish's voice
some-
properly tonight for some reason.
Some people just do that. Like a,
Yeah.
Put Squish back in her chair. There you go.
It tasted weird.
Oh yeah?
But
I
not
want-
unpleasant.
I would like one, please, Cat Lord.
Rowan just smirks and pulls out another one.
Yeah. Chug. Do I-
Meanwhile, Jeremiah
Say,
just
please.
carefully drinks his beverage. He knows to savor the ice cold mead.
Yes, Storm, you're on the floor as well.
Hey, so this is what it's like. It's comfy down here. Don't need to get me. I'll get up in my own time. I'm fine.
I think. Do you have a booth where I can sit the two? on them so they don't necessarily lie around.
He kind of looks up and down the bar and then just indicates one just to the left.
Well, come on, you two.
Ah.
I know the place is spinning, but still.
Okay. And up Storm gets.
And down Storm gets.
And up he gets again. I got this. Fine. I have a +3 to Dex. I'm fine.
What's a +3 to Dex anyway? Never heard about that.
I'm just going to point out that if this was illustrated, this would be like that yawning portal portrait with Matthew Mercer just sat in the corner.
Cat Lord, before we end up in the corner, where I will doubtlessly crash out again, if you see Captain Barrowborn at all, tell him his son loves him very much. That's all.
I'll make sure to pass this message on.
And look out for waves if you can. I know you're busy.
Don't worry, I'm sure he can take care of himself.
Thank
I
you,
hope-
my
be
very
honest-
pretty lord.
To be honest, I half expect some half-elf woman or something coming by and taking our orders now. By the way, Rowan, do you have anything to eat that you could offer to eat? Just so their stomachs do not only happen to be filled with, well, drink, but also something of a little bit of substance.
See, this is why you're all amateurs, because what you do first is you go out and you have a really big chicken dinner or something, get plenty of protein, plenty of solid stuff on your stomach, and then you get smashed. Amateur, the lot of you.
Oh, the player knows this. Squish doesn't. Squish never drank alcohol until she started going out with the party.
Oh,
Rowan smiles, and he gently places he comes over to the booth with like one of those silver domed platters, and just places it down.
I much appreciate it, Rowan.
Thank you. I suppose by this point we stumbled over to the booth. Storm has anyway.
Yeah, Squish follows.
I mean, if Squish can't walk, Jeremiah's going to put her under his arm.
I can fly!
So, are you going to open the dome?
Yes.
Open the dome! Open the dome!
Why do I expect 3 doner kebabs?
You open it up and you find a plate, 4 plates, each with a doorstop slice sandwich. Like, the bread is near enough an inch. Each slice of bread is like near enough an inch thick.
Well, I asked for something with a little bit of substance.
I mean, you had a bit of the nectar of the gods. You know the Cat Lord provides when it comes to substance.
Yes, well, you need a little bit of body to fill out with the booze. Or otherwise, the world starts spinning and it never stops.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
If you don't stop coming, if you don't stop coming.
Yes.
Storm attempts to grab a sandwich and misses a few times before finally grabbing one. There's the bugger.
Why is the bard singing a song about somebody calling him a loser and putting an L on their forehead?
Because I can't find the medieval remix of that, so...
I think you linked it in the Dice&Dolts
yeah,
chat.
I think someone linked it. I don't think it was me. I think I linked a different
Yeah.
one.
You want old stars in medieval? Okay, we can do that.
So, who's going to take the first bite out of the sandwiches?
Well, Squish
Uh,
did.
Squish and Midi have already tucked in.
Yeah, Squish and Midi, you noticed something unusual about this sandwich. It's spicy but sweet, and it's got a bit of an unusual taste to it. Is anyone going to actually look at the sandwich before they eat it?
Yes.
I still already ate it, so.
Yeah,
You know what?
Sammy's going to look at the sandwich. I'm assuming roll investigation.
I'm gonna take a look.
Yep.
Too.
Roll investigation.
Investigation.
Yeah.
As you investigate, you hear Rowan go, probably an idea to eat those before the bread dissolves.
What?
Okay.
Squish this is a mouthful of sandwich.
As you lift up the top slice on one of the 2 remaining sandwiches, you see it is the pinnacle of anti-hangover food that is the triple fried egg chili chutney sandwich.
Sounds disgusting.
And here I was expecting for doner kebab. For doner sandwiches.
It's a state-of-the-art sarnie. So, all around worried about.
Alright, let's start.
Yes, it is a Red Dwarf reference.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Well,
Chop, chop.
dig in. Dig in.
It gets the job done, and I love it.
Ah.
You basically demolish these sandwiches.
Yes.
So, fully fed and off your heads, what do you want to do now?
I have one more question for Rowan before we leave.
Okay.
Rowan, are you just in the Temple City? On like, was it random, or do you have business here?
Well, it's a little bit of both, really. You see, my business is being random, so...
And it is.
But no, I tend to go wherever the party is.
There's definitely a party here right now, so that makes perfect sense. You'll have plenty of customers tonight, I am sure.
Oh, I already have.
Yeah.
Well.
I think we're done here, everyone. There's more damage to be done.
I'm just glad that there are no awkward discussions with ex-girlfriends right now.
Bet you made a couple though earlier. You went for it.
Well, we didn't play too much, if that's what you're going for.
Yeah, but did you enjoy it?
Well, it certainly was a lot of affection, my friend. I
Yeah.
don't know why I'm suddenly picking up your accent. Must be the booze.
Very contagious.
Yes, yes. And only now that the player actually notices that he's kind of picked up that accent.
I mean, it tends to pick up the ladies, the men, the beholders.
Well, as long as as long as you don't have mind eaters.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah,
Not
I
that.
know. Well, don't think you even could. But that's a discussion for a different place, and a different time, and probably a completely different group.
Yeah.
That probably doesn't contain any of the 2 of us. No,
Should we go
Yeah.
before we squick the Cat Lord's customers out?
I think so, yes, probably.
Okay.
Very well.
Because the player's starting to go mush-brained.
Okay, you watch as Rowan quickly flicks a little button on underneath the counter, and as you reach the door, you can see the Temple City beyond.
Buttons on the counters are never good.
How do you think he controls where the exit goes out to?
Magic?
Yeah,
Exactly. That button is basically like the reset. You get what I mean? It's like these people going out, send them back to their correct world.
Yeah, but what if a group of that is from different worlds wants to exit at the same time? Do they get split up, or do they get stranded in the wrong world?
Rowan doesn't let them leave at the same time.
The answer to that question may be answered this Halloween.
There you go.
So the answer is yes.
Rowan tries
Maybe.
to stop them from doing so, though. Does try to make sure that everyone ends up going back to the correct places.
Yeah, I just hope he never ends up in the player place.
Oh, there was this
Or,
one
or
time
rather fictional. Or
there was
rather
one time when
fictional.
I ended up in this place called Greyhawk, and I don't really know what happened after that, but yeah, it was not fun.
Yeah. At least he didn't land on. He didn't stop near the M4 at some point.
It is a good job I didn't try and do this bloody other voice Travis did in that narrative telephone.
Yeah. Anyway.
You mean macaroni Samsonite?
I think.
Macaroni Samsonite, ain't you?
How does the Stitch voice?
No, that was the bad voice. So, I have a question while all this is going on. Has Anarchy and the rest of the ladies come to the...
Yeah, they would have reached the villa by now.
The villa, okay. Would they have... They wouldn't really have any reason to check on Ardeth or the Professor, would they?
Probably not, no.
I mean, don't I usually share a room with Ardeth? But then this is Miss Missy's estate, so I would probably have my own room.
Yeah, you have your own room here.
Oh, right, cool.
Okay, then you
Well,
have...
you would probably pass it on the way to it, though. So, it's up to you.
I probably noticed they went missing, right? During the bathhouse thing?
Yeah, you noticed they hadn't followed you.
Alright. Yeah, let's keep an ear out as I walk past.
Okay.
Yeah, Ardeth is just kind of lay there. She's still awake, but she's, like I say, she exhausted her power doing that.
So, yeah, I get... yeah, I would have the door open, I suppose, at least a crack, you know, for the servants. Would I notice Anarchy as she's going past?
What's your passive perception?
Well, I am very much aware of anybody who moves within 30 feet of me.
In that case, yeah, you would know Anarchy's there.
Yeah, Krathe twitches a little and then his head turns to Anarchy's direction. Oh, hello. Did you have a good time out? She's fine, by the way. I didn't do anything. She just, it was, actually, it was a bit strange. And in a very bumbling way, Krathe basically explains that Ardeth kind of knocked herself out for 24 hours while they were researching a spell. He was a little confused by it himself, but yeah, so that's a thing that happened.
I've knocked myself out before. Not with spells, but I fell out of a tree once, and then one time I sneezed so hard my knee came up and I just beamed myself right in the forehead. That is something that's happened in real life. I was standing up, and my knee came all the way up, and I hit myself in the face.
Ardeth kind of just...
On skill.
Ardeth kind of just... I cast a spell which was a little beyond my power at the moment.
I pat her head.
I'm gonna say this would be... Oh, you have seen her without a mask, so...
I mean, I haven't, so this has been very educational for Krathe.
Yeah, you just see this rather beautiful elven woman with all these glowing lines on her face, basically.
I mean, if you're into that, sure.
Wait, hang on, didn't her mask come off before?
Yeah, that's what I was...
This is the first time he's seen it come off. As much as he can see anything.
Yes, I wouldn't worry. Just like I say, I attempted to cast a 5th level spell, and I don't exactly have the ability to do that. So it sort of took a lot out of me.
That's what practice is for.
Absolutely correct.
2,000 years ago, I wouldn't have had a problem casting it, but
2002 schmousand. You're here now.
that is very true, Anarchy. Just gonna point out she's in absolute agony as well.
I read it that she was knocked unconscious. That's why he's been watching it over her while.
No, she's basically her entire system has sort of backfired on itself. So,
Ooh, then yeah, he is feeling very, very guilty, and he is absolutely keeping watch on her. That's pretty much going to be it, then, I guess.
Yeah, but I'm just petting her hair, nice and soft.
Aw. Well, I suppose while you're here, Anarchy, there is one thing I just wanted to say. I know I was a little rude about, well, I suppose, apparently, your adopted mother? That's a thing that happened, apparently?
Yes, Miss Missy.
And you're happy, yes? You trust her?
Yes, she loved me the way that no parent ever has.
I envy you. Well, I'm glad you're happy, my dear, and I apologize for my early rudeness. I suppose I still have plenty to learn about
Yeah.
people.
A lot of strangers and people seem to be real nervous around her, which I don't get. She's so nice.
Yes. Well, I'm glad that you have her.
Me too.
And I will say this as well, I'm glad that she's got someone like you keeping an eye on her.
Oh yeah. Gotta watch out for her. Gotta make sure all her dreams come true.
Yes.
That's why I'm gonna learn the Radiant Abomination dance, and I'm gonna find her, and then we'll all be fine.
Well, I wish you every success. Are you continuing to travel with us to this pirate place? Even as he says that, he realizes, yes, you're absolutely coming with us to the pirate place, aren't you?
Yeah, I gotta start my campaign. Vote for Anarchy!
Yes, I remember you were talking about being the captain. I'm assuming that actually took place?
yes, Ark is accepted her as its captain.
Wait, seriously?
Just a wait,
Yeah.
seriously? He went from his suave self to, wait, what?
Yeah, basically that. Wow, okay. I'm legitimately impressed, my friend.
Yeah,
Thank
well,
you.
Forclaimer technology does sort
Proclaimer technology does sort of.
have a mind of its own.
Right. I'm so sorry. I've been away. What was Proclaimer technology to do with her captaincy?
Well,
We're talking about
we
a
found a Forclaimer warship.
blind and functionless as they are, his eyes widen. And you are the captain of this vessel. He just turns to regard Anarchy with polite horror.
Yes, Ark is my friend.
Oh my. I have missed a lot. That's impressive. That's quite impressive. He looks like he's back to questioning every single life decision he has ever made.
He's got the Yinglet smile.
Basically.
This is how I die.
I don't suppose this ship would be have any kind of weapons or combat capability?
It is somewhat limited. We didn't really design many warships, but it does have a ballista.
Interesting. Well, as I said, I'm a little behind on things. If there is anything you think I should be brought up to speed on, don't hesitate to let me know. And again, I'm glad that things are going well for you, Anarchy. Having a family and people you belong to is, I think that's important. So I'm glad that you have that.
And you're here too.
Yes, I am now. Hopefully for a while. Definitely longer than last time, I think. I want to help. I'm done with, frankly, hiding.
You're part of the group now too.
I appreciate that. Thank you, my friend. That's pretty much that.
Okay.
Knob on the wizard stuff is bright and shiny.
And it has a
Seph.
big knob on the end.
Yeah.
Sephy,
Yeah.
comment from the DM. Do you
Yeah.
see on Storm's character sheet?
Yes, that's bear me just 1 second while I get it up.
See if you go to edit. Is Specky Tater in can be viewed or edited by? In any chance?
1 second.
Shenanigans are afoot.
Specky can see
Actually,
your whispers.
Oh no! Again! This is happening again!
No, it just says can be in Kubar's journal can be edited and controlled by Kubar.
Are you sure Specky's not in there?
No, Specky is not in there.
Right, so
For
like,
some reason he can see the
What's it-
whispers.
what is it with Specky exposing our shipping shenanigans?
I don't even think Specky has a character sheet, so
Yeah, but he's technically a player. So
right.
Why?
No, Specky shouldn't be able to see it, so
because
I think
he
it might
can't
just be
see
roll 20. It
can't
might just
see
be roll
squishes.
20.
Yeah.
Good job, Roll20.
I mean, if Specky could read the whisper that I sent to myself, that would be weird.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't see Squish's
I mean,
whispers.
I am seeing Storm's whispers, but
Nothing's a secret.
Oh, I keep my secrets.
I was wondering why Kubar was whispering stuff to me and it wasn't making sense.
No, what's it?
Whenever you're going to whisper to me, do you type /W then squish?
Yeah?
Okay.
Is that not the correct way?
That is the correct way. I'm just wondering why it's doing this.
I think it's just roll 20 being weird. If it was happening Sunday night.
Stop.
If it was happening Sunday night in a completely separate game which I have no control over, then it must be
I
roll
think
20.
that might have been my fault because I had Specky in their character sheet, which is why I asked you to check it.
No, there's definitely no spec on the character sheet.
Weird. So, yep, there we are. I'm afraid that's a thing.
So confused. It's like, what is he going on about?
Yeah, Ardeth's just kind of laid back, just trying to rest at this point. But yeah, I take it the revelers have returned at this point.
Just about, yeah.
Unless there's more to do.
Nothing with your clothes on, that's for certain.
Oh, Jeremy is whispering Specky.
There are no secrets anymore. And intentionally.
Okay, you've all finally got back to the mistress's residence. I'd say are you going to stay up a little longer, or are you going to make your way to your rooms?
To be honest, I think it's a good idea to just hit the hay right now.
Yeah, I don't know how much more drunk I can be. I mean, I had 2 of the Cat Lord's fine beverages.
I'm definitely gonna be trying to trip some drunk people as they try to get to their rooms.
Okay.
Yeah, Squish is riding on midnight, so.
Why do I hear right off the Valkyries?
No, no, no.
Yeah, Midnight just kind of delivers Squish back to their room.
Yeah,
Hi, Krathe. Hi, Ardeth. Hi, Anarchy. Oh, our room's really
Squish.
crowded.
Oh, terribly sorry. This is your room, yes? Krathe's going to try and mind his way out.
Squish has already turned and left the room. Hey!
Oh.
Everyone's in my room. Can I go somewhere else?
Squish, it's alright. The professor's leaving.
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
You're welcome to share a room with me. Crash. Thumbs down.
Squish is just. I would say Midnight has now turned round at Ardeth and has just walked back in and just curled up, and Squish is just like on his back going blah.
Gonna say, do you want to roll a perception check?
For Squish? Sure.
Yep.
Squish sees nothing.
1 second, I've not rolled yet.
Very well.
Oh, you see nothing.
Squish sees everything, just unfortunately the multiple of them.
Yeah, pretty much. So everyone makes their way back to their rooms, and I think that's a good place to leave it for this week.
You know, Storm, one of those ladies, she was totally tailing me, if you're catching my drift.
I might do, but I'm far too drunk to think clearly. You might have figured it out.
Well,
You know what? Just for the hell of it, as they're all going, they're wandering around looking drunk, Krathe sort of taps Anarchy on the shoulder, points at them, and he's going to cast Reduce on Jeremiah. So, as far as Jeremiah is concerned, the world is getting bigger and bigger.
Anarchy's just gonna die laughing, like rolling on the floor and like walking up to Jeremy and like, oof.
Yeah.
I know it's Jeremiah, but I've always said Jeremy because I think it's hilarious. So.
Wait. Something's not right here. Something's a little bit wonky.
Either you're getting smaller, Jeremiah, or I'm getting bigger. It's hard to tell when the Cat Lord beverages are involved.
Funny you should say that.
I'm a little surprised.
Because suddenly Jeremiah starts returning to normal, and Storm starts getting a bit bigger.
I'm a little surprised about it. Hey, you... Hey, there, big fella.
We were talking about my dad the other day being like a mountain of Tabaxi, and this must be what it's like from his point of view.
I think you should probably pull in your head.
Yeah, it's getting a bit cramped. It's nice though.
And that's all he's gonna do. He's just gonna fuck with him for a bit. Be grateful I didn't prepare slow and haste. Next time.
Why do I have the feeling that that haste will be regarding the bladder?
So,
You're in
play of the game.
trouble.
Play the game.
During that fight, you know, the 5-second fight with the
Yeah.
chain. I think, if memory serves, like, some of the damage that everyone was doing was impressive. I think it's Storm. I know that Squish made you know, a few hits and all that, but I think Storm was the one who did the most damage. Could be mistaken.
It's hard to
Yeah.
compete with Ardeth, but hey.
Oh yeah, well.
But yeah, though, Storm was like on fire, and it all happened in such a beautifully like story-driven way.
Mm-hmm.
When the flavor's just right.
Yes. Like he resisted being frightened by the charlatan
Mm.
and wailed on him with flanking. And those high rolls, high damage rolls, that nat 20, that pissed off. It was great.
Yeah.
It's kind of what happens whenever you have one mob against an entire party. It's just like, haha, I'm great and oh dear god! They all just turn around and pummel them. It's like that
like,
JoJo
brilliant.
gif where there's two of them kicking someone else goes over and joins in.
Okay. Fail of the game.
Lizzie for getting
Where's
trapped
Cricket?
behind a printer.
I was gonna say Squish forgetting that she can reroll once.
I can't reroll once. I have the lucky feat because I'm a bitch.
Yes,
Any
making
thoughts?
it so you can reroll once.
Any thoughts, theories, ideas?
Oh.
Professor's full of shit. I'm sure it's gonna bite us in the ass one of these days.
Again, another more Tucky episode. Sorry, I wasn't very Tucky.
Yeah, it's all good, my friend.
Okay, we're slowly opening you up. Slowly.
Like a can of beans.
Oh, and just to let you all know, you're officially level 7 now.
Yay!
And I would also like you all, you got about a week to think about this. New costumes.
Already planned mine out.
The costumes, huh?
Yeah, if you want them.
Well,
Yeah, probably should go for leather, for a little bit of a leather apron. Being out on the sea, need something a little more weather resistant.
well, Squish is in some stolen kids' pants and and a jacket, like a little vest they got from their first loot cache. So she probably needs some new clothes.
Storm has been wearing the same clothes for 15 years, at least.
I've just been wearing the same clothes for 2,000 years.
Yeah, but they're like magical four-claimer clothes. They're probably self-cleaning.
Oh,
You just press digits every morning.
Yeah, that's basically what Storm paid people to do.
sweat actually cleans the suit.
Anarchy just has the same outfit, like 10 different copies of it.
So-
It has the you know, the weird like black.
And
gold.
they're Miss Missy.
Mm.
Otherwise, they would not change.
No, I could think of the clothes from Back to the Future.
So, going
Your
down the
jacket
list,
is now dry.
it's a good night from Carl.
And good night, and if you're getting it on with cat people, make sure to wear a lot of protection.
It's a good night from Devillo.
Good night, everybody. Sleep tight. Don't worry. Everything's going to be fine.
Had a chance to rhyme, and I'm disappointed in you.
I know.
It's
Good
a good night from Icy.
Good night, everyone.
A good night from Jurnis.
Good night. Don't drink what the cat gives you.
A good night from Kubar.
Good night, everyone. Do drink what the cat gives you, especially if it looks like tar.
And a good night from Lizzie.
Good night!
Or afternoon.
Or morning.
Good
And
day.
And it's a good night from me. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.